And we fade. This is my new favorite thing. Is just the fading in. It makes me happy. It's a very simple effect, but it makes me happy. Did I get more content? What do you mean more content? We're making more content. I am the content. Alright. So you can go have a very long day, or you can go shopping. What are we thinking? Deke. Oh, DLC. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I'm a very busy bot. I mean, I can go see what they have. Go to the DLC page. Bruh. Don't bruh me. Don't you bruh me. List? No. Specials. These all cost money. I thought there were some free ones. Oh, this one's free. Just a name expansion. Which they definitely don't carry my name. Everything else costs monies. The way you read it was super cute. Deke. Yeah, because it's like the you know, that logo and all the things. Deke. Da 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 da. Dick. Yeah, you know, that thing. Let's just go shopping in game. Just like, no, I'm done. I'm done with you, bot. Okay, we'll do the shopping. Oh, Cove's dead. Oh, what was his? He was like the surfer dude. Come back before it gets dark, alright, sport? No, that was terrible. That was awful. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? What was that? That was a meme. That's what that was. Hey, come back, sport, before it gets dark, alright? No. No. I don't know how to do Surfer Dude anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I should just stop. Maybe I should just quit. Because I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Alright. Come back before it gets dark, alright, sport? A familiar voice drifted across the street and drew your attention away from the snail you've been watching inch slowly across the pavement. Running back, we just used Angela, but the name was taken. I didn't feel about hunting a variant that will work. Whew. That's a lot. Baroth is kind of what I default to, for lack of a better term. Okay. That works. I will try and remember all of your identities. I will try and remember you are all of those people. Cove waited in front of his dad, pushing his green hair back off his face from where the breeze was blowing over his glasses. He looked to be paying only a mild amount of attention as he was being handed a few sips of green paper. It reminded you of when you'd first met Mr. Holden, although he's probably not paying Cove to be friends with himself. Cove's dad seemed to feel your gaze somehow. Maybe you made a noise, because a second later his eyes were on you. He waved over you with a smile. Yeah, we don't like him. Tell him to stop looking at me. Tell him to get away from me. I don't like this guy. He tried to pay us to hang out with his son. Like, come on, dude. He looked happy to see you, but you still felt a little weird for getting caught. You gotta learn how to be more sneaky. Yeah, especially around him. He's not to be trusted. But yes, I remember all your identities. Well, half the time. This guy does suck. You brush your hands together to free them of sand, then jogging over to join the two, smiling at Cove first and then his dad. Hi, 22. Hi.
How's it going?
Don't say that to me. Good to see you again. What excitement are you up to today, 22? Taking a walk. Found a pretty cool snail across the road. There's lots of snails around here. Mr. Holden grinned at you kindly. After you finished answering the question, Mr. Holden's attention returned to Cove, who was preoccupied with folding the bills he had in a tiny rectangle. Okay, fun. Sounds fun. You know, Cove was about to hit the stores by the beach. Why don't you go with him? You gave a ready nod, turning to squint in the direction of the stores like you could see the goods they had to offer all the way from where you stood. Oh, is that okay? Yeah, I don't mind. Great. I'm sure you guys will have loads of fun. Mr. Holden reached into his pocket and pulled out a leather wallet filled with money. You found it odd since your mom's only ever seemed to have cards in theirs. Here. Leaned into pass a crisp 10 to Cove, giving him a wink and a whisper. A 10? $10. What the hell is he buying with $10? I don't know, I guess some candy or something? I don't know. This must have been back in the day. Because that ain't worth shit now. $10 is nothing now. I don't know what he's doing with that. Got something for your friend too. Sure.
Good kid.
That's my boy. Cove's dad ruffled his son's hair as he was straightening it back up, the bill in his hand still held out toward the green-haired boy. Take care. Cove accepted the bill after a second and slipped it into his pocket. Then, with one last nod at his dad, and he turned and started walking. Nah, man, it's cheap. Listen, I'm saying this could be back in the day. We're not exactly sure, like, what time period this is. 10 for both of them. He gave both of them a 10, I believe. Followed after him, intrigued at the possibilities this outing might bring. Go straight toward the gentle tide creeping up in the sand you fell into place beside him. This game lacks punctuation. Hold on, let's go back. Go straight towards the gentle tide creeping up the sand and you fell into place beside him. This game lacks punctuation. I would kill for some commas in here. It was a nice day. Sun was shining. And there weren't many clouds in the sky, though the wind coming off the ocean kept it from being too hot. It talks like I do. Exactly. Everyone needs to learn a little about how punctuation works. You took in a deep breath, enjoying the scent of salt and ocean air. When you looked at Cove, he was dragging his feet through the sand a little, and you slowed down to wait for him. This is Lynn's favorite place. I know Lynn loves the beach. We should specifically take a trip to the beach. Let's have a beach trip. We'll go lay in the sand. His eyes searched the ground intently. Are you looking for snails? Are you looking for shells? Oh, he's definitely looking for shells. He's absolutely looking for shells. Cove startled a little at the sound of your voice and mumbled, sort of. If you see any, can you let me know? You can manage that. You dropped your view to sand, walking carefully so you didn't step on any. Ill, but fine. No, you were going into the sandy beach. 10 toes down. There will be sand everywhere. Be prepared. You were good at finding shells. You had a lot of them at home, and always found new ones whenever you visited the beach. The comforting sound of the waves filled the silence with pleasant white noise, and you played a little game with yourself as you walked along, getting as close to the water as possible without getting wet. It resulted in you having to run up the sand quickly when a wave rushed in more than a few times, and although Cove threw a few glances your way, he didn't say a word. What did you want to go to the shops for? What do you usually do on the beach? let's do the shops. I need a new sand pail. Ooh, okay. Want to make more sandcastles? Nice. Yeah? What happened to your old one? Cove narrowed his eyes, seeming to think deeply for a second.
Whoa.
It disappeared. What? Really? Cove ducked his head down, placing his fingers behind his back. It didn't seem like he was going to continue, so he nudged his arm. How'd that happen? Well... Cove opened his mouth, then shut it again, considering. I took it to the beach one day. Okay. And now it's gone? Uh-huh. When I got home, it wasn't anywhere. You left it there? Nope. It wasn't at the beach when I went back. Then you lost it. It disappeared.
So...
What about you? What do you do out here? I don't come to the beach a lot. I like swimming. I like looking at fish. I like to build sandcastles. I like building sandcastles. I like building sandcastles. Yeah. Someone took it. Yes, someone robbed you. Even though there's like 4 kids in this entire place. So, maybe, maybe not. Last summer, Lizzie and I built one that was as tall as me. Sometimes they have sandcastle building competitions down at the boardwalk. Cool, I bet you could win. He smiled at Cove. Maybe the two of you would build one together one day. Didn't we already build sandcastles? Once you reached the shopping area, the noise level grew exponentially. Oh, old lady robbed you. Yep, that sounds like it. Damn kids, I'm taking this. Screw them kids. No longer just waves and footsteps, but the chatter of people enjoying the lovely summer day, the call of birds trying to find bits of food left behind, and lots of salespeople trying to get attention. You sniff the air as you walk beside Cove. You can still smell the ocean. There were other scents now too. Pizza, pretzels, hot donuts. Hot donuts? I would love to smell all of that. I just love the smell of food. It was nice. It was not very nice. It was alright. No, it's definitely nice. I love the smell of food. You're going out of order. Pretzels. Yeah, pretzels are awesome. The big, soft ones. Alright. Do you eat them plain or do you dip them? With the right kind of mustard, really good. Oh my god! Wild Umi appeared. Hi. Welcome in. We were waiting for you. I felt bad starting without you. Hi, Umi. How you doing today? How you doing this fine morning? I woke up. Good job. Congratulations. Congratulations on waking up today. That is an accomplishment all on its own. Pretzels are amazing, but I know you hate the hard ones, the crunchy ones. You like the soft pretzels. I knew that. I remembered something. Ah. Take that. I remembered a thing. So we're going to the shops. Cove's dad gave us $10 each. I don't know what we're gonna do with those, but I don't know what to do with that. He's a little cheap ass. But we also I'm not sure what time period this is. This could be, I don't know, 90s, early 2000s, where that might be okay. That might buy us something. Anyway. Yay, you remembered a detail about me. I know. Sometimes I remember things. Sometimes I do. Once in a while. I have a singular brain cell. Sometimes I use it. Anyway. Back to this. Back to the shops. We were just smelling all the smells of the place. Bunch of food. The energy surrounding the area seemed to fill you, and there was a bounce in your step as you began looking at all familiar sights. There were so many things. I keep pressing the Z button because it does things in the other games, but it doesn't work here. But I keep trying to press the Z button to move forward, and it doesn't work. Okay. Spacebar. There are so many things to do. He didn't know where to begin. He looked at Cove, hoping he was just as excited as you were. Cove was glancing from one side of the street to the other with a look in his aquamarine eyes that you couldn't quite work out. What's that? Cove pointed to a large crowd of people gathered near a few tables with large, colorful umbrellas blooming from their middles. You couldn't see past the adults who were blocking the way, but you knew there must be something worth seeing. Without another word, two of you hurried over to see what all the commotion was about. The amazing Alexander! Feast your eyes on the amazing Alexander! In the center of the crowd was a man with a tall hat and a funny green coat that had 3 long tails. There was a little table next to him with a cloth hanging over it that read, "The Amazing Alexander" in glittery golden script. Why tell people his name if it's already on a sign? Hope hum with understanding, then turned to walk away just as the Amazing Alexander began shuffling a deck of cards. I want to see a card trick. Maybe we could stay and watch? Cove glanced back at the man. He then briefly lifted his arm up off his sides before returning them to place. You grinned, waiting for him to follow you as you raced back to stand in the crowd. With that, it began. The Magic Man pulled one card out of the deck, showing it to the curious onlookers. It was a 4 of diamonds. Watch closely. Okay, remember that. It's important. Okay, do your thing, Barahoff. Do your thing. I'll catch you later. Bye. Let's see this amazing card trick. We have the 4 diamonds. Everyone remember that. Everyone better remember. Because I probably won't. You did, squeezing through a few of the adult onlookers to get a better view. Suddenly, the man snapped his fingers, and the card just disappeared. Whoa. This Cove is very unimpressed. He does not care. The amazing Alexander, who had earned his title, turned his head and looked directly at you. He reached out with a kind smile. What is this behind your ear? I don't know. What is it? Whatever could it be? Tell me! Tell me! This had to be going somewhere, and you need to find out. He smiled. He smelled like popcorn and candy when he stepped closer. It was great. Of course. Of course a kid would like that smell. I don't want to be around someone who smells like popcorn and hot dogs. Popcorn and candy. Candy maybe, not popcorn. It's weird if you smell like popcorn. You felt a tug. Then he pulled the 4 of diamonds out from behind your ear. Oh my god, you guys. That was an amazing trick. Did you see that? You knew that it couldn't really have come out of your ear, but you still didn't know how he'd done it. There was a light applause from the crowd, and the man gave a deep bow. I believe it was magic. It really came out of my ear. He's a magic man. This is for you. The magician plucked a pair of balloons from a clump of them tied down to a stable. Both were in the shape of dolphin instead of being just a normal circle. Wait. You can make them into dolphins? Have you guys ever had a balloon dolphin before? Because that sounds cool. Or was it like the helium balloons? The ones that they put into different shapes? I wonder. And one for your friend too. Thank you for being my assistant. Wow. Now he really gratefully chose you. Yay. After that he went to someone else in the crowd. Pick a card. Any card. My uncle does that every time he visits. Not the balloons. The stuff with the cards. Cove spoke plainly while reaching over to take the dolphin that had been designated. I was about to say designed, but I don't believe the balloon was designed specifically for him. Maybe it wasn't so special. Cove is ruining the fun. I wonder if Cove's whole family was magic? Maybe. No, it was. It was fun. That was very special. At least he had a fun time. You saw a magic trick And you got a great balloon. That was more than enough to make it a worthwhile event. I say so. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for not spoiling it until afterwards. Thought that if you could find a card to practice with, maybe you could make it disappear too. The crowd started to clear some, and you noticed at the side there was a whole rack of brightly colored kaleidoscopes on display. Ooh, I actually like kaleidoscopes. Pick up a kaleidoscope always and every time. Wait, they have a magic 8-ball? Ooh, kaleidoscope. Nah. I've tried Rubik's cubes. I have a problem with them. I can't get more than like 2 sides. But like, I kind of like magic 8-balls. They're very cool. Ooh, these are cool. Shifted your balloon string onto the other hand so you could hold it up in front of you. And you thought of a question in your mind, shaking the ball, hearing some kind of liquid slosh around inside. Alright, the question of the day. What should I have for lunch? Once you have given it a good shake, you hold it upright, waiting for the answer to appear. Concentrate and ask again. Okay. I will try it again. You wrinkled your nose and set the magic 8-ball back in the rack. Yeah, what kind of half-assed answer was that? Expecting you to tell me it was a sandwich or something. It wasn't the answer you were hoping for. It really was not. I just want to know what to have for lunch, man. And you just, like, brushed me off. Fucking rude. Was it specific enough? How is that not specific enough? It's like, what do I eat? Just tell me. Go to a deli, get a sandwich, get soup. I think it's very specific. Follow Cove around on the other side of the stall. He went under an awning, careful of his own floating golf, and you joined him. Do you have places like this in your own town? Are you having fun? I don't really like it here. Yeah, do you have places like this in your own town? Cove blinked at you for a moment, and you wondered if you shouldn't have asked. You knew how much he missed that place. Not really. You nodded in understanding, looking over the stalls nearby. Have kimchi. I don't even like kimchi. Well, I could try different kinds of kimchi. But in general, I don't like kimchi. While Cove looked at sand pails, you were drawn to the table with colorful keychains laid out on it. They were sewn in the shape of sea creatures. There was a plaque that read "Handmade" standing proudly in front of it. There were lots of different types. You saw a dolphin, a shark, a crab, a turtle. I actually like the turtle. And the dolphin. Yes, Lane told me to try different kinds. She told me to try the white kimchi. I might try that. There's dolphins, though. I kind of like the dolphin ones. Everyone, pick your favorite keychain. You picked up the dolphin? I like all of them. I'm gonna pick up the crab. Your hand stopped at the crab. Claws raised, a tiny smile on its face. It had big eyes and little legs. The fabric was smooth when you picked it up. You had seen a few crabs at the beach before, though they usually scuttle away before you got the chance to look at them closely. Yee. Crabs are cute. The crab one is cute. Crabs freak me out, though. I'm always worried they're going to pinch me. I like the idea of having a crab of all of your own, even if it was just a soft animal. You were instantly enamored. Checking the price, though, your heart fell. $6. You didn't know much about money, but you thought there was a lot to spend on one thing. Again, what year is this? Because that doesn't seem like that much. You really had more than a $5 bill to your name. Aw. Is that what you want? Huh? Oh. It's $6. I didn't bring any money.
Alright.
For a child it is. Yeah, really is. Oh, I've seen your crab purse. Yes. Your crab purse with the little crab wallet is cute. It's fine. Really? Hooray. You don't have to. No, you don't have to. Absolutely not. We came here for you to get a pail. Cove didn't mind that. He took the keychain from your hands and that was that. He was holding a small yellow bucket for himself too. Wait, does he have enough money for that? I was always gonna get you something. I already got the money for it. He smiled, pleased to have things work out. Awesome, thank you. Appreciate it. It was nice of Cove's dad to let Cove buy something for you too. You had to remember to thank him next time you saw him. After Cove paid, the two of you stepped out of the store side by side, your balloon dolphins knocking together and smiling around in the air. You watched Cove hold up his new pail to his face, examining it thoroughly. Hey, Cove? Yeah? Your dad gives out money a lot, huh? I really like this keychain. Yeah, let's not talk about your dad. I do like this keychain, thank you. Thank you. It's nice. Cove looked further down the street, where different food carts were lined up. He rested his non-cast arm over his stomach, and just as he did, yours let out a light growl. Ooh, feeding time. You hadn't eaten since breakfast. After all this wandering around, you were definitely ready for some lunch. It might be all the smells of food. Let's get some food. Yeah, how? Didn't you just spend all of your money? All of your $10? This is why your dad is cheap. You two wandered around for a short while, looking at all the delicacies that were available. Everything looked delicious. And as the different smells, both sweet and salty, wafted over to you, your stomach growled even louder. After passing up hot dogs, snow cones, ice cream, and pizza, you both agreed on pretzels. Yay, pretzels! Cove got something sweet and cinnamony, and you? Got one with cheese? Yes, I want the one with cheese. You licked your lips hungrily as the vendor handed your pretzel over, ready to take a big bite. It was covered in gooey melted cheese, just the way you liked it. Wait, aren't you supposed to like dip them? Isn't it supposed to come with like a side thing of cheese? It seemed odd to get a dessert pretzel before eating normal food. Cheese pretzels are good. Oh, you're in my face. Hi. Found an empty table close enough to the beach that the grit of the sand made terrible noises when you dragged the chairs out to sit down. These balloons are gonna make it hard to eat. I don't care. Cole placed his bucket on the table and he stared at his still balled up hand that was wrapped around the string. You want a pretzel now? Good. Pretzel break. You open your mouth to agree. It's okay. We'll sit here and wait for you. Go out, get yourself a pretzel. We will wait. Okay. Umi, you too. Go get a pretzel. I will be here waiting. Let me know when you get back. No? Are you sure? Because I could wait. I'm very patient. Alright. I'll still be streaming in an hour. I'll still be here in an hour. Go. Head out. Hurry back. No. Fine. Let's continue then. You opened your mouth to agree before the idea hit you. I know. After carefully placing your pretzel somewhere it wouldn't get sandy, you tugged on the balloon dolphin out of the Cove's hand and tied it to a delicate bow around his wrist. Oh. Cove bounced his arm up and down in place, testing the stability of your knot. After watching his balloon jostle around but remain attached, he smiled satisfied. Sweet! Can you do it for me? He repeated the ritual. The ritual. Cove struggled somewhat, with the cast restricting his fingers on one hand and string already tangled around the other. Okay. Got it! Good job. Good job, cast boy. Two of you spend the moment admiring your handiwork, both hands now free to allow easy munching on your pretzels. You bit into the doughy treat, savoring the taste on your tongue with a smile, and you looked over the ocean. It does sound like a good day. After a time, you finished your pretzel. You were done before Cove. It was boring not having anything to do. Don't eat so damn fast. Maybe that's why. You pulled on the string of your balloon to bring it down to your level. Then you held the dolphin in your hands. manipulating it to make it look like it was jumping through the air. Ooh, fun. It is easy to entertain kids. They entertain themselves so easily. If you turned your face toward the beach, it almost looked like it was swimming in the waves like a real dolphin. A laugh came from your side. When you glanced back at Cove, he had left the remaining part of his pretzel in the wrapper. He was gripping his dolphin too. My name is Merryweather? He's a prince of the dolphins. Splash? They star in movies? Mine's name is Cherry. She's actually an alien? Mine's name is Sam. They're just a regular dolphin. Sam's just a dolphin. I like Splash. I like the moviegoer Splash. The trainers use fish and treats to help them perform tricks. They're the most famous dolphin in the world. Alien or regular dolphin? Nah. We're so not regular. We're not regular. I need to have the name George. Why can't I name mine George so I can hug him and squeeze him and call him George? The trainers use fish and treats to help them perform tricks. The most famous dolphin in the world. You sighed, wishing you could star in a movie with a real-life dolphin. That'd be fun. What's yours? Cove considered his question, placing a balloon against the table, resting his free arm across it in contemplation. It's... With a loud pop, the dolphin exploded into ribbons. What? Why? What happened? What? Oh no. For a second, all Cove did was gape in shock like you. Then his cheeks puffed up, squinting his eyes. You saw tears start to glisten. Aww. All dolphins are evil as fuck. Yeah, kind of. They kind of are. They really do, like, fuck with the other creatures. Just cause they're bored. And which one do you do? It made a joke. You offered to find Alexander. You offered to give Cove your balloon. You know what? Yeah, give him my balloon. I'll give him my balloon. Looked at Cove, then up to your balloon, bobbing gently in the air above you. You can have mine. That was better than letting him cry more. Cove sniffled, glancing up at the balloon, then back at you. No, it's yours. I don't want to take it from you. It's okay, really. Cove shook his head. Even though it wasn't your fault, you felt bad. Still, the offer seemed to lift Cove's spirits, and that was good. Passing of Cove's balloon was the last major event of your adventure. In the end, the two of you headed back late that afternoon. Yeah, poor Cove. The question is why? Why would it just explode like that? I thought someone, like, hit it, or hit it with a slingshot or something. You separated at the beach. While Cove went straight home with his brand new sand pail in hand, you decided to sit for a while. You watched the waves and the sunset, fiddling with your new keychain. Oh, he was resting on top of it? Oh. Okay. Apparently, I paid close attention and I know what's going on. I thought he was just bobbing it like we were. Another day was drawing to a close. It had been a good one, except for the sand final note. Oh, that was cute. That was still a cute day. Now, we just have one long day. Oh, okay. As you see, I pay close attention. Now for a nice long day. It was another scorching summer day. The kind where no sooner had you finished one cup of water, you were already filling it up again. Ooh, I hate those days. I hate those hot days. I just stay inside. Everyone else had something on, so that afternoon it was just you and Shiloh. This didn't happen much, especially since Cove had arrived. Without Lizzie around, Shiloh looked to you for all the answers. Made you feel... nothing really. It's fine. Kid needs answers. Shiloh went along with whatever you wanted, so he wasn't a bother, but he also wasn't that much fun. You drained yet another drink and frowned at the empty vessel. Your thirst was gone, but you still craved something icy cold and refreshing. Something sweet. Something like... ooh, Popsicle. I want a popsicle. You wanted something fruity and brightly colored. There was nothing like that to be found at home. You knew that without needing to look. Your aunts didn't keep sweets in the house. Of course. Did you see them? They are fit as fuck. Don't just keep sweets around. Outside, there was plenty of places where such goodies could be obtained, but they were shops that demanded payment in exchange for their products. You sighed. Your voice predicament aloud? You voiced your predicament aloud. Okay, I didn't read that correctly. Yes, Shiloh for help. You voiced it aloud. Sure, we'll go with that. No, but I want sweets. Me too. I want a popsicle. Shiloh, who had been draped over the sofa, perked up. Yeah. That sounds good. We don't have anything like that in the house. I don't have any money. Oh, let me check if I have any. Shiloh rummaged in his backpack, proudly produced an assortment of coins, plus one stray button. He set the button aside and counted the coins in neat piles. Just over $1. You announced this to Shiloh. He had almost certainly come to the same conclusion, but he'd been watching you expectantly. It's a start. Yes, it's a start. We'll figure this out. Into the couch. Let's go couch diving. Shiloh beamed at you. We'll need to find some more. Okay. We're going on an adventure. Two of you lifted couch cushions, stuck tiny hands down deep crevices in the sofa and under furniture, and scored the back of the drawers. Most of what you found was useless or gross. Ew. Bent paper clips, fluffy wisps of dust, or sandy crumbs. But every so often, one of you would strike silver or bronze and add it to the growing pile of coins. Dusty and disheveled from checking every room and squinting into every tiny nook, the two of you finished pooling your funds. Shiloh held his breath as you counted the coins once again. $2.53 and 2 buttons. Huh. They might take it. You didn't know the second button had decided to join the party, but you were too pleased with your successful haul to throw it out. Is that enough? You figured he knew the answer without looking to you for confirmation, but the thrill of your success and the reward that would follow canceled out any other feelings you might have had about that. Yeah! Hell yeah! Let's go get ourselves some popsicles. Yeah, this is the hunger stream. I'm calling this the hunger stream. You could now afford something at the shops. Just one thing. But that was infinitely better than none. Shiloh clapped his hands. I'm eating it all by myself. Yay! Two of you dashed outside. Throbs of sugar buoyed you on your destination where, breathless but happy, you stared at the overwhelming number of options. You knew what you wanted, but it wasn't just you who contributed to the funds to get the treat. Seemed to notice your pause. Aren't you getting a popsicle? Shiloh asked as though he was entirely separate from the decision, rather than someone with a stake in the outcome. Do you mind? Shiloh cocked his head to the side. It was your idea. You should choose. In my head, it got what you want originally. Are you really sure it's okay? Try to get something you both wanted anyway. Yeah. No, we both did this together. That's his money too. It wasn't fair for you to be the only one to decide when he'd been the main factor in making this happen. Some of the money came directly from his backpack. What do you like? All of them. They're so good. You pressed further. Well, what do you really like? Popsicles or ice creams? Which is your favorite? It's so hard to pick. I don't know. Frustrated, you cut the heart of the matter. You want me to choose? Yeah. Okay. That was that. You got dessert you wanted originally. I hope Shiloh would actually like it too. Finally, the word for all your hard work was in your hands. You sucked on the fruity popsicle you bought. The icy treat cooled you down perfectly with the zesty flavor. It was refreshing. You held it out to Shiloh so he could take a turn. He shook his head.
You can finish it.
You can finish it. I don't like sharing germs. You're gross. He didn't want any? After everything he did to help get it? That was weird. Okay. Did you accept it? You tried to include Shiloh. Yeah. You know, Shiloh said it was okay. Every story you'd ever seen on TV or read in a book said that sharing was caring. You stood your ground, even as the treat started to trickle dangerously toward your fingers. It's only fair that you have some. We both bought it. But you want it more than I do. Getting to play was a lot of fun already. So you can have it. It is more fair. He held it out to him. I want you to have some even more than I want to finish it. So each your part. Relenting, Shiloh took the treat and gave it a taste. His eyes lit up. It's really good. Thank you. Yeah, I thought so. Care Bears, exactly. Sharing is caring. Especially germs. If you care about someone, give them your germs. Spit on them. He smiled, pleased with your good deed. You picked the best one. Did he mean that? Shiloh was always nice no matter what happened. Even if he hated it, you knew he wouldn't say so. Maybe he thought it was gross, and that it's the real reason why he didn't want to take some. You had no idea. Yeah, who knows? He studied him as he ate a little more. He had every appearance of enjoying himself. Still weird. The two of you began to head back home as he ate. You walked side by side on the shore in silence, but your thoughts kept drifting to the boy beside you. Why didn't he speak up for himself? It was almost as if Shiloh didn't know how to say what he felt, or was too afraid to. I don't know. He's a bit younger than you. Little kids sometimes have trouble speaking up. I figured that was his problem, and he didn't care. Are you scared of me? Thought it was kind of sad. Are we friends? Are we friends? I think we're friends. Yeah. He's a little baby. Shao opened his eyes wide, seeming caught off guard by the blunt question. Yeah, I think so. Says that, but friends should be able to talk to each other without being scared. Shiloh wouldn't do that. Aren't you even really friends at all? He rubbed his hands together nervously over your non-reaction. I'm sorry. Aww. Oh no, we upset the little baby. Weren't sure how sorry he could be without knowing what even apologizing for, but you shook your head. You didn't do anything. It was true. Shiloh hadn't done something mean. He'd just gone out of his way to make you happy. It didn't seem like it should be a bad thing, yet it bothered you. No, not the baby. I just don't know if you like me. It's like it doesn't matter what I do. You're gonna act the same. I could be anybody and you wouldn't care. No, I like you. I really, really like you and I'm a toy too. I want to be friends. Okay. He smiled hesitantly at him, and his fidgeting ceased. Even though you weren't sure if you believed him, this was only making things worse. Oh, I shouldn't have questioned the friendship. He decided that maybe there were all types of friends. Shiloh wasn't able to do things differently. This would have to be alright. Shiloh made you unsure about setting a label on the experience of spending an afternoon with just him. There had been good times and there had been confusing ones. You're positive one thing at least. The treat was delicious. And that was nice. I agree. That was nice. Sharing germs with your friends is great. It's a great time. The sun was low on the horizon as you returned to your neighborhood. There you spotted two very familiar figures up ahead, Lizzie and Cove. I'm surprised they're walking together. You opened your mouth to make your presence known to them just as you saw the tears in Cove's face. Oh God, what now? Walk straight over, Shiloh at your heels. Once there, you defended Cove. Take a moment to make a joke. Accuse Lizzie of causing trouble. Carefully ask about what happened. Yeah, I want to know what happened. Granted, I know what happened, but let's find out. Let's relax. Without a time machine, the only way you were going to find out was by asking the witnesses. Lizzie might have done something, but she could have been in the wrong place at the wrong time, or even come to Cove's aid. You wanted to hear the story. Cove, what happened? Number 22, I got yelled at. He took a deep, steadying breath. Some grandparents got mad at me. Aw, sorry. Lizzie jerked her head in the direction of a nearby house. Your heart sunk. You knew exactly what had happened. I'm glad I didn't accuse her. Every year, the same mean old couple rented out that condo for the summer. You, Lizzie, and Shiloh knew to stay away from them, but Cove couldn't have. They're like that with everyone. Even your mom struggled to find anything nice to say about them, but the elderly pair particularly took offense to kids. What is their problem? What's with old people? It didn't matter if they were really nice like Cove. Yeah, Lizzie said. Lizzie drew herself up. Lizzie drew herself up at that. She looked pointedly in your direction. Uh-huh. I was helping. That's cool. Is there anything I can do?
No.
No, I'm just gonna stay away. Or you could teach them a lesson. I like that. Okay, Lizzie. I'm down. That was the devilish glint in her eyes. What? You should ding-dong ditch them. Go ring the doorbell and run. It'll be great because they're so slow. They'll never catch you. That's dumb. I don't want to go near them ever again.
You're just saying that because you're a chicken.
Oh my god. She pulled out the chicken. Now he has to do it. Now he has no choice. Cove glared, but didn't take the bait. Lizzie turned to you. You're not a chicken, are you? Rather just avoid them? I do think they deserve worse. I kind of want to do it. Bro, the voice acting. I know, right? I wasn't ready for that. We usually only get one word from them. So that was fun. Okay, what do you guys think? I kind of want to get back at them. I don't want to make Cove do anything, but I kind of want to get back at them. Do you think we should do it? Or should we do something worse? Ooh, I kind of want to do something worse. Fight the old people? Yes. Laser cannon the old... Yes. Okay, let's go. Let's get fucking naughty right now. You scrunched up your nose in disgust as you shook your head. As pranks go, it was pretty weak. They would answer the door, find nothing there. So what? It would be sort of annoying, but they seemed like the kind of people that would be irritated by about anything. If they were going to open the door, there should be something bad there. Can we get a bag of dog poop? That would be letting them off too easy. Felt 3 pairs of eyes staring at you, but you were studying your surroundings thoughtfully. There wasn't much around that they might dislike. Inspiration came crawling towards you in the form of a roly-poly bug. Carefully, you lowered your hand, let it clamber onto your palm. That should do it. You'd never met an adult who appreciated bugs. Let's ding-dong ditch and bug them. Yes! Bug the shit out of them. Yeah! Okay, I love that. Yeah! We'll go hide. Run as soon as you hit the bell. Good luck. Lizzie and Shiloh ran across the road, take shelter on the bushes. Even once they've settled down, you can make out who 2 child-sized shapes staring from between the leaves. Bugs are cool, though. Not everyone thinks bugs are cool. These old people, probably not gonna think that. Which makes bugs even cooler. You knew where to look for them, though, so you told yourself that the grouchy old people wouldn't spot it. Cove sighed, his gaze flickering to the house in the back to you. Be careful. I'll be quick as a flash. He gave the door and you one last look before joining Lizzie and Shiloh in their hideaway. The weight of 3 pairs of eyes on your back was heavier than anything you'd carried before as you approached the door. You stared down at the little bug, still wriggling in your closed hand, and carefully placed it on the ground where it could be seen, but off enough to the side so it wouldn't be stepped on. You wrung it. Oh no, I'm absolutely doing this. We're totally doing this. They're wrong if they don't like bugs. You slapped the buzzer and then ran. Blood thumped against your eardrums at every step. Would you make it in time? Approaching the hiding spot, you knew there wasn't time to go around the bushes as the others had done. You took a shortcut, leaping over them. Nice! Athleticism! Or, to be more accurate, crashing into the tops of the bushes and then falling over to the other side. Whatever works! Cove quietly hissed as you unwillingly collide into him. But by the way his arms were out, it seemed like he had intentionally tried to cushion your landing. Thanks, buddy. Shh. Lizzie put a finger on her lips and nodded at the house. You disentangled your limbs from Cove's and spun around to see the old man framed in the doorway, peering back and forth suspiciously. You covered your mouth with your hand, but it wasn't enough to stifle your giggles. Maybe he spotted one of you, and maybe it was just the leaves you displaced while jumping, but he locked eyes with the bush and stormed over to your direction. Shiloh gasped and looked to Lizzie. Run! Oh no, run! Your sister did not hesitate to take her own advice. Neither did Shiloh. He got up, but seeing Cove struggling to extract himself, stand up with just one fully functional arm, gave him a hand before taking off as likely as the others. Major escaped. You thought to yourself that he didn't even notice the bug. Yeah, that's sad. The old man hollers propelled you all from the streets to the sanctity of the hill. Only once were you... Hold on. Only once were safe did you notice... Only once you were safe did you... Again, punctuation! This game needs punctuation! Only once you were safe did you notice the stitch in your chest and the ache of your legs. You flopped down, the blades of grass tickling your face. Lizzie, who had taken the lead in the end, was already lazing on the ground. The four of you took a moment to catch your breath and enjoy the feeling of cool grass against your skin.
Cove.
Hey, Cove. Cove lifted his head. I told you there were mean grandparents around here. Cove rolled his eyes, then decided this wasn't dismissive enough and rolled his whole body away from your sister. Lizzie chose to ignore his response and started chatting to Shiloh, who eagerly joined in the conversation. It's like, shut up. Just shut up. In the back of your mind, you knew you'd be second fiddle again to Shiloh once Lizzie came around. It always went like that. And it was fine, you thought. Still felt a little sad after how much time you spent together today. It was always annoying. Nah, it's fine. I get it. Lizzie's his favorite person. I would roll away. Yeah, just like, shut up, lady. No one cares, little girl. Charlotte could prefer Lizzie as much as he wanted to. There were other things to attend to anyway. He wriggled closer to Cove. He had calmed down, for the most part, and was inspecting a flower. His fingers pinched the stem and tilted the white petals toward him. That's a poppy. Cove glanced at you in acknowledgement, then back to the flower. If you take out the seeds and bake them in a certain way, you can get high. Who wants to go Breaking Bad? And the type of poppies on this hill have the name. White linen poppy, Mom told me. He quirked a smile. Aw, that's funny. He ran a finger around the edge of the petals. Does it feel like cloth? You need a lot of them to make anything. Yeah, we need to get a lot of poppies if we're gonna start this drug business. I agree. We'll start with all the poppies on the hill. He nodded and released the delicate plant. Evaluation complete. This is my favorite kind of flower. He sounds like a computer. Evaluation complete. This is my favorite kind of flower. But I didn't know what it was called. Thanks. Aw. It's mine. Oh, we have a lot of options. It's mine too. I like roses. Buttercups are really great. My favorite is Snapdragon. Snapdragons freaked me out. The first time I came into contact with a Snapdragon, I'd never seen like a plant that popped or like moved at all, so it freaked me the hell out. Hibiscuses are the best. They're great because they're delicious. They're delicious in tea. I'm not sure what a peony is. I've heard of them, never seen them. Sunflowers are awesome. Orchids are fine. I could type my own answer? Venus flytraps. I don't care about flowers. I don't know what my mom tells me. They really are delicious. Okay, I'm going with sunflowers. I do like sunflower seeds. I do really like sunflower seeds. So I think I'm going with sunflowers. What are your favorite plants? What are your favorite flowers? Well, I'm going with sunflowers because I like sunflower seeds. Lotus? Oh, lotuses are cool. I love them. Yeah, those are nice too. They're bright and awesome. You match with them. Aw. Well, that was sweet. Why you gotta be so sweet? None of my business? Fine. Fine, don't tell me. Keep your secrets, Lynn. Thanks. You moved onto your back with a smile and looked at the darkening sky. A blanket of clouds reminded you of a thick throw you curled under your cold, rainy days. You wonder if the clouds would be as soft. Aw. They lazily floated on by, splitting from each other, merging and morphing into new shapes. Have you told me before? I don't know if I remember. I will try and guesstimate it. You said it was... Oh, what was it? I remember, because it was in the game. It was in the other game. It was, whatchamacallit. Because I couldn't pronounce it correctly. I forget. I don't remember. No, I probably don't remember. I messed it up. I'm sorry, I tried. I tried to remember something. I remembered one thing today, okay? I remembered a thing today. I did my best. I saw an alpaca. No, I definitely saw an alpaca. I definitely saw an alpaca in the clouds. Saw a fluffy alpaca in the sky. You know it's Cove. Cove and pointed to it. Can you see the alpaca? Cove joined you in gazing skyward.
Whoa.
It's more like a llama. You're more like a llama. Hey. You chuckled at your reaction. Did it have a hat? Was it a llama with hats? All the sun's light faded from the sky. The moon rose higher. Lizzie got to her feet, dusting strands of grass from her bare legs, and surveyed her surroundings. The ocean, visible from the crest of the hill, beckoned with every sweep of the tide. Let's go to the beach. There was no argument from the other two. Shiloh was still Shiloh, and Cove would never say no to going to the shore. He was a child of the sea. You? We're too tired to argue. You were happy to do what the others wanted. Yeah, I'm good with that. It's fine. Beach one wouldn't necessarily have been where you chose to go next, but if that's what the others wanted, then you weren't going to spoil the fun. Stepped onto the sand for the second time that day, but it felt different at night. The beach was nearly quiet at this hour, abandoned by sandcastles and footsteps in the sand, too big to belong to any of you. Were the only indication of how busy it had been the only hours earlier. Four of you kicked shoes off and removed socks and walked along the water's edge. The waves tickled your feet. Tee. I wonder what would happen if you tried to take a bath in the ocean with shampoo and everything. That would not work. You would just get dirty again, because ocean water is gross and salty. That would be bad for the fish. Also that too.
Jeez.
I didn't say anyone would do it. Jeez, you don't have to be serious about everything. No, I like being serious. I like being over serious about questions. It's fun for me. You're the one who asked what would happen. That is what would happen. It hurt the fishes. I like bubble baths at home. They're a lot of fun. Me too. Bubble baths are luxurious. You never heard Lizzie use that word before. Yeah, I'm surprised she knows that word. Mommy loves to have bubbles in her bath. She'll turn the lights off and have candles. I'm gonna do that next time. Hey, when's your mom coming back to pick you up anyway? Not for a while. She's busy. What about your dad? How come you never talk about him? Nobody does. Don't you know you're not supposed to ask something like that? Why would somebody want to talk about something they never talk about? Kept your eyes on the ground, watching your toes get swallowed by waves. Even if Shiloh never seemed upset when this topic came up, it made you feel awkward just for having both your moms. It's okay. I'm like Lizzie and 22. I don't have a dad. But I don't have two moms. I just have one. She's really great. Oh, sorry. I only have one now, too. My mom isn't here. She's back home. It's just my dad with me.
Sorry.
I never had a dad or anything. I don't feel bad. It's really sad that your mom's gone. Cove nodded. You joked about Shiloh's mom getting together with Cove's dad. I'm gonna not do that. No shipping here. If they're all different, our parents are good in their own ways. I will do that to clear the tension, but we still don't like Cove's dad. Still don't like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cove couldn't muster a response. He didn't think he truly disagreed, though. That would be weird. That would be weird. Silence broke with a splash as Lizzie kicked your direction. Cold water and sodden sand spattered against your legs. Why? What do you mean, why? Why don't I ship them? Why would I ship them? Lizzie giggled, foot still outstretched from the kick. Cove joined in, striking the incoming waves to make a splash of his own. Shallow scurried out of Cove's spray zone with a grin. You made a run for it. You retaliated. Of course we retaliate. We aren't shipping our friends' parents. I mean, we're children at this point. Kids do that. Kids totally just ship people together just cuz. Oh, why do we like Cove's dad? Because he tried to pay us to be his son's friend. And also just came out of nowhere to be a weirdo. Were you not there for that? I could have sworn you were there for that. He is creepy. He's very creepy. He's a weird dude. We don't trust him. Yeah, you must have missed that part. You would not like him either. He's weird. He's a creepy dude. You used your foot to smack the water pulling around you, sending an arc to sea foam flying back to your sister. Ha! You laughed as she sputtered, some of the salty seawater having landed in her mouth. She spat it out. Ha! Good. You deserve it. You like his dad? Okay. Cool. I hope you enjoy it. We're gonna talk shit about him the entire time. Oh, I missed something. Yuck. Very important. I couldn't have missed that line at all. Lizzie chased you, intent on revenge. Ha! Come get it. You dashed up and down the coast, taking it in turns to be the predator and the prey, as well as joining forces to take down Shiloh or Cove. Alliances were silently forged and wordlessly broken. Everything was fair game in war. I agree. It's war. Shiloh's brief exclamation was drowned out by the biggest splash yet, caused by him falling face first into the ground. That would have been bad enough without the wave that followed, cascading over his prone body. Oh, did he get taken out to sea? He fell and just got taken out to sea. Shiloh's gone now. Bye. Shiloh sat up, shaking his head like a dog coming in from the rain as you all hurried over to check on him. His hair was plastered into his head, and his soaked clothes clung. If there was any part of him that was still dry, you couldn't see it. Ah, that was crazy. Are you okay? It's fine. We're all fine. We're all splashing each other. Everyone's wet. It's fine. Yeah, my foot got stuck and I fell over. Way to go, Shiloh, you dumbo. You offered him some help up. Shiloh didn't take your outstretched hand. After a moment, you dropped it. Lizzie was too busy snickering to notice and held her hand out to Shiloh too. He reached over and took it, slowly, and started to pull himself from the ground. Then he slipped onto slick sand, dragging him and Lizzie down just in time for another wave to hit. The water rolled over them. Ha! I hope you did that on purpose.
Sorry.
Ah, sorry. No, you're not. You did that on purpose. I saw what you did there. What were the odds of that happening twice in a row? You thought they must be low, but there's no way Shiloh would do something like that on purpose, then pretend it was an accident, especially not to Lizzie. Even if your relationship with Shiloh felt unclear, he did at least like her a lot. Lizzie was his favorite, right? Smiling boldly, Lizzie extracted herself from the ground and wiped a streak of sand from her cheek. She didn't intend to let this embarrass her. Shiloh got up again as well, this time without incident. Still looked like a drowned puppy, but that didn't stop Cove laughing at the two of them. With that, it was time to call it a day. Four of you made the journey back home, leaving a trail of wet footsteps and sand in your wake. Damp clothes, you may have weighed down some of the group, but your spirits were high. Your arms swung side to side as a cool breeze flowed past. Your moms were outside, chatting to Cove's dad. We're back. Your mom's face fell as they took in the state you were all in, ranging from messy to soaked.
No.
I still can't get past that they call her mommy. Elizabeth, is that all that you have to say for yourself? You brought half the beach back with you. They certainly did. That's Marigold going to do when she comes to get Shiloh? Oh, what's Marigold going to do when she comes to get Shiloh? Is that how you want him to be before the long drive home? Cold and filthy? Yes! Absolutely. Lizzie's expression turned sulky over the scolding. Being the oldest could be fun, but it also meant she was the first to get in trouble when something went wrong. Aw. Mr. Holden, on the other hand, chuckled as he ruffled cold, matted hair. You've been out making memories, bucko. I'm glad you had a good time with your friends. Cove used his slightly moist cast arm to push his dad off. Mr. Holden's eyes widened when he noticed even that had gotten wet. Now he was worried too. I think they could have found a less risky way to spend the time and just had as much fun. That might be right. Kids, what can you do? Come on. Cove, let's go get you cleaned up and dried off. We won't want that cast to have to be reset. Cove winced at the thought.
Okay.
Okay. That a boy. Mr. Holden casually bent down and plucked Cove off the ground, ultimately holding Cove against his chest. Sand was already transferring from Cove onto him, but that didn't seem to bother Mr. Holden. Cove protested being carried, but only got a reassuring pat on the back for his trouble. Aw.
Take care.
Good night, Cove. Thank you for the talk, Cliff. Night, model family. And Shiloh, too. Yeah, we are the model family, aren't we? Resigned to his fate, Cove twisted his body in his dad's arms in order to turn around and wave goodbye. Smiling, he waved back. Good night.
Fine.
Well, we better do what we can to fix you guys up, too. Come on, everybody inside. I want you to march straight to the downstairs bathroom.
Ugh.
Yes, Mom. Okay, Lizzie's mom. Don't worry about stopping to wipe your feet on the mat this time. That won't do much good tonight. What? No, I think that'll make everything better. We'll get all cleaned up just by wiping our feet on the mat. Sitting on an old beach towel your mommy had found, you waited in the hall until you were less sandy and weren't allowed to go to your room or walk around the house. But you did get to eat a sandwich for dinner there. Felt like an indoor picnic. Oh, that seems nice. It had been decided that Shiloh would wash first and borrow some of your clothes. He was already finished and packed away in his mom's car. Miss Fields had come to collect him a little while ago. It was a bit of a funny experience seeing him without that hat for once. Yee, sandwich. Lizzie, being much more soaked than you, got to go to the tub next. It wasn't a bubble bath as she had hoped. This was a no fun allowed cleanup session. At least that's what she claimed. Sandwich. Not much longer, and it would be your turn. When the bath is done, you'd have to go right to bed. Now I'm hungry. Now I want a sandwich. Good job, guys. Thanks. This is the Hunger Stream, everyone. Welcome to the Hungry Stream. It's all about snacks today. Pretzels, ice cream, sandwiches, pizza. It's all about food today. Getting hungry too. After a day like this, you got very hungry and decided to take a break and get a snack. After a day like this, though, you were glad there weren't going to be any further events. Drifting off to sleep sounded like a great idea. Alright, we did the thing. Library, ghost, barbecue, runaway, sleepover? Wait, we can go back, right? We can just come back to these moments, right? If I get the DLC, I can just come back to these. I'm pretty sure. Wait, I could always just save. Boom, we saved. And then come back to them later. And then the summer ended. Yeah, exactly. We'll come back for it. I'll never get tired of that view. Sit up beside your moms, Lizzie and Cove, as the five of you watch the sun dip into the ocean somewhere far, far off. You like to imagine it cooling off in the water, resting itself before getting ready to shine brightly again tomorrow. The sun just goes into the ocean. You just hear a that was a fun day. I didn't know they had magicians in the shopping street now. Neither did I. Oh no, we're so dull. Let's get out more. I agree, you two should get out. I only ever see you at home, or searching for children. He didn't do real magic, Mom. What are you talking about? Yes, he did. He is a real magician. He did real magic. I saw him do it. How'd you figure that one out?
Duh.
Because I know that's not what real magic looks like. Why don't you tell us? What does real magic look like? Oh, Lizzie, dear. There's all kinds of magic in the world. Lizzie gave Mommy a suspicious look, but didn't dispute the claim. I don't trust you. I don't believe you. You're lying. Looked over at Cove, who hadn't said a word since you started home. He didn't look upset though, just content. You're worried he still hadn't quite warmed up to your parents. Well, we can't sit out here all night. Time to hurry home and get cooking. Who's helping with dinner? Her face. Who decided to give her this yandere face? She looks like she's ready to murder someone. Literally, just imagine one little blood splatter on her cheek. Psycho. Absolute psychopath. Who did this to this woman? Lizzie immediately let out a groan. Mom, summer's almost over. The protest was obvious. You could practically see school on the horizon. You certainly didn't want to spend the last bits of freedom cooking dinner. Could also do any other day. Please, can we play just a little longer? You have to keep playing before it's too late. It is almost over. Put on your best puppy dog eyes. Liz may not want to, but you plan on going home. They both look like they will kill someone. Okay, Mom looks like yandere. Like, she's absolutely putting people in her basement and torturing them and killing them. Mommy looks like femme fatale. Like, she will kill somebody without any emotion. Just does not care. So, both killers, but both in their own little way. Both in their own way. And also, I'm a child. Of course I have to beg. Of course I have to beg to keep playing. Mom looked down at you with a sigh, and you clasped your hands together to give your plea some extra appeal. We'll help with dinner tomorrow. You immediately nodded in agreement with the very clever offer, shifting closer to Lizzie since your parents can't possibly resist the power of you two combined. Of course. Once the children agree on something, you have to give them what they want. That's how that works.
Please.
Soon we'll have homework and reading to do. You can't do work now, too. Lizzie made her case and then stomped her foot into the ground. You mimicked her, feeling that would add something to the argument. Well...
No.
Oh, come on, Pam. I can help you with dinner. Mommy leaned in for a hug, and you knew that you were very close to victory. Yes! Mommy's in on it, too. I really hate saying that word. I hated that entire sentence.
Okay.
Alright. But as soon as dinner's ready, you lot are coming inside, understood? Yes, Mom. Cove here, you're welcome to join us as well. You grinned at Cove and nudged his arm with your elbow. Cove gave a non-committal shrug to your mommy. Oh my god, please. Cove gave a non-committal shrug to your mommy, which you took as an agreement. I really don't. It's so... Sometimes it's funny. Most of the time, it's just like, what? Why? Don't say mommy. So much to do, so little time. Maybe I could still get the seashell bracelet and tines and trinkets. Ooh, or maybe maybe the playground? Or the fireflies will probably be coming out, right? I messed up that entire sentence. Don't I get a say in this? Silently made your own plans. Can't go too far. Don't I get a say in this? Yeah, don't I get a say? Lizzie looked over at you, narrowing her eyes, like she was very seriously contemplating the answer to that question. Hey! Let me have an opinion, damn it! A strong gust of wind made you shiver. Lizzie huffed as she wrapped her arms around herself.
Rude.
Doesn't the wind know that summer's not over yet? How dare? How dare that wind? That's all Lizzie said before abruptly turning to her heel and heading off in the direction your mother's had gone. Where are you going? I'm going to my room. I have lots to plan if I want to make the most of tomorrow. Thought this over, looking off toward the water again. Lizzie didn't wait, and before long, she was disappearing off down the road. Meanwhile, Cove was going in the opposite direction, heading for the beach. Oh. Well, I have to follow Cove. Lizzie's just going to go make plans. She's going to do her own thing anyway. Cove gave you a smile that you couldn't help but return.
Cool.
Cool. He made a little gesture that you interpreted as following, and then started heading to the waves. Cove knelt down, picking up something you quickly identified as a smooth rock. He reared his arm back, then tossed it out into the water. You were impressed over how far you got it to go. It sailed way out into the sea. It was a good toss. It was pretty neat. It wasn't a long throw, but he didn't care to try for that. The rock sucked, kind of, like a rock, and fell back down almost right after he tossed it. I don't know. I bet he's good at throwing rocks. He likes the beach. I'm sure he's really good at throwing rocks. Can't skip rocks in the ocean. You look for your own rock. Of course I'm going to try skipping rocks. Deciding to Joyce Cove, you searched nearby for any rocks or shells that you could throw too. You found a shell that would suit your purposes, smile growing as you tossed it as hard as you could. It landed with a wet-sounding thunk and flew a few feet away and slipped down into the water. When you looked over at Cove, he didn't seem to notice that his throw had been more impressive. Cove was looking down at his cast, scratching idly at the pink surface, even though you were pretty sure he couldn't feel it. His round, I think that's called, I was gonna say phantom pain, but it's not pain. Phantom itch. His brows were furrowed, and there was a frown on his face.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. I had to wear this cast for ages. Can't even swim. When do you get it off? Cove shrugged and didn't say anything. For a second, you thought maybe he didn't know, but finally he sighed. A few weeks. Oh, I mean, it's sad for the summer, but it's not that long. That's not very long at all. Yeah, that's not long at all. You'll be fine. I'll be off before you know it. You offered a smile, but Cove wasn't looking at you. Cove let out a huff, plopping down into the sand. Can't believe summer is almost over. Sat down next to him and nodded in agreement, regardless of the sudden topic change. I don't want to go to school. I mean, I would. I don't want to go to a new school. I think it'll be the same school as you and Lizzie. My dad said something about that. I mean, yeah, we live in the same town. That makes sense. Cool. You're gonna like it. Everyone's super nice. You only ever been to the one school, but you were sure that his old school couldn't have been that much better. Then again, he did have to make new friends and meet new teachers. Could be kind of scary. Cove shook his head and then wrapped his good arm around his knees as he drew them to his chest. You heard a sniffling sound. When you took a good look at his face, you realized that his eyes were wet. Aww.
I want to go home.
Still, we were having so much fun. It's raining. Yeah, exactly. It's just raining. I'm not crying. You're crying. You never had to move before, but you thought you could understand. If you had to go to a new school all of a sudden, with all new people, you'd probably be dreading it too. Eat the rain. Even though you sort of maybe understood, you still weren't sure how to help. Okay, I'll see you later. Cove gave his head a small shake. Wait, I thought he was coming home with us. I thought he was coming to eat. No, I want to go back home. Right, Cove wanted to go back to his old home. The one that sat waiting someplace far from here. The one he wanted to bring up whenever he felt this sad. It had been a while since he had moved in, but he didn't seem to feel any better about being here. He settled back down to the sand, trying to consider what to do. I thought we were having fun, man. I thought you liked us. Fine. Do you hate it here? This can be your home. It'll be alright. Do you hate it here? I want to know. Rose bowed furrowed even more. Then he shook his head. Felt a rush of relief fill you. You liked having Cove here. It would be sad if he had been miserable the whole time. Aw. Poor little sad boy. You're not going to leave, right? You'll still be around? The question was a little surprising. Of course. I'm not going anywhere. Parents would have mentioned if you were going to move or something, right? After a second, Cove gave a little nod. Once I get my cast off, we could go swimming. You were fine with him changing the subject again. Yeah, that would be fun. Cove smiled, then looked back at the waves. My dad keeps saying I'll get used to everything eventually. That I'd feel better than it used to make me angry. I don't want to get used to everything. He spared a glance over at Cove and saw the anger had slipped off his face in favor of something almost puzzled. But maybe that would be okay after all, as long as I really do feel better. I can't see it. You could remember a long time ago when you first started going to school. You had absolutely not been okay with the idea of being away from your parents for most of the day, to listen to strangers tell you what to do and to sit with kids you never met before. Things changing is hard. He held his hand. I can. I'll make sure you do. Yeah, we're gonna make sure you do. No hand-holding, no touching. Cove laughed just a little, but you grinned proud that you were able to drag one out of him when he was obviously feeling down. Yeah, good choice. Even still, a second later, his eyes got a little misty once more. Got the feeling that they were different tears than the ones from before, though. Hello? I hope next summer I'll surf to go exploring and everything will feel like it's supposed to again. Oh, are you having problems, Umi? Internet died. No. Why did you kill it? Why did you murder the internet? How could you? How could you murder the internet? You will. It will. The two of you sat quietly, just taking the sounds of the waves. You hope that Cove would be able to accept this place as a new home. You definitely try to help in what ways you could. There's so many wonderful things here Cove probably hadn't even seen yet. Lost in thought, you started a bit when you heard a faint, familiar sound. The sound of your mom shouting your name. You looked over your shoulder, realizing it was probably time for dinner. Time had really gone by fast. You stood and dusted the sand off yourself. My mom's calling. It's time for dinner. You should come. Cove looked up at you, expression screaming reluctance, yet ultimately, okay. Oh, electricity went out? Sorry, Umi. Yeah, fight the rain. You should. When he smiled, Cove returned with one of his own. Thanks. It was nice. It was nice where you were right then. Punctuation. It was nice where you were right then. But the two of you couldn't stay there in your own little world any longer. You were being called forward. So both of you ran off towards your house, leaving the waves and summer behind. Goodbye, Summer. It's been fun. You will be missed. In between. In between what? Between summers? Wait, can I change my whole look? Did I get chubby? Did I get fat? Did I get fat over the school year? No. I don't know. Everything's the same. Why would I change anything? We're good. I'm good. Earrings? Do we have any hanging earrings? We can't see any of these earrings. Okay. I think we're just done. One more. Skirts, dresses, because of the hair. Yeah. But I'm not changing the hair. I like the hair. Braces? I'm not doing braces. Accessory types, bracelets, watches, hats. Do you want hats? I don't want a hat. I think we're good. I think we're good with this. No reason. My feelings for Cove. Relax, and yeah, I'm still fond of him. He's cool. I like him. Begin step 2 of relaxed fondness. Yes. Customize Cove? Wait, we can change Cove? Alright. Let's go. Let's see what he looks. Hello. He's grown. Good for him. 2 shirts. No, put more covering on the man. Ooh. I think I like these pants better. I think that works better. Yes, but what? Yes, but what? Left wrist. Something there? Yeah, give him something. Right wrist. Ooh. Ooh, I like these options. We'll go with that. Necklace? He definitely needs... No, I hate that. Depending on your choice, he appears differently? Cool. This hair seems more fitting. Obviously, he needs glasses. I'm going with those. I like that. This looks good. What do you think, guys? That looks like Cove. I'm liking this appearance. Hold on, let me check the pants again. No, those are the ones I like. Let's go with this. See the scar? Oh, yeah! I noticed that. I forgot he had the cast there, so I was wondering where that scar came from. PJs? Yeah, that seems like something he'd wear. Or his hair be different? Or his hair be any different just because he's wearing PJs? Yeah, from when he died. Jacket. I hate both of these jackets. You guys pick the jacket, because I hate both of them. I'll let you pick. We have this pinkish purpley one. Black? Yeah. I hate them both. They both suck. Okay, we'll go with black. We're good. We're good with that. Wait, what happened to personality? Okay. That works. Can we go back? Do we not get to do his person? You know what? Forget it. Sure. Yeah, pink and purple was terrible. No, don't change his personality? Okay. He stays the same. He's the same person. Let it be. August ended. September began. It's time to go back to school. Lizzie groaned and complained the entire first week. She hated going to class. Still, there were interesting things to do. She couldn't be done anywhere else. We weren't sure how Cove felt about it. He was enrolled that year. It was like a sign Cove would be staying in Sunset Bird for a while. At school, he was alright, but kept his distance from the other kids. From what you saw, anyway. Whenever he could, Cove stuck out to you like glue. He didn't even mind that much what you did in the past this time, as long as it was together. Aw. That year, the divorce of Cove's parents was finalized. You overheard your parents talking about it, saying Cove's dad got full custody. What happened? Because that is surprising that he got full custody. And we now find out that he has a scar on his arm. So, what happened? What happened with his mother? At first you worried that meant bad news. It made Mr. Holden cry, apparently. Oh. Then you found out it meant Cove would keep living with his dad. He would only stay with his mom a few weeks of the year. Oh, he changes depending on the choices? Okay. Alright, that's fair. That's exactly what you would expect. Cove cried too, for different reasons, you thought. Seemed like Cove and his dad might move again, but Mr. Holden decided to stay after all. Mom asked him about it once. He had said he didn't want to uproot Cove's life a second time. Miss Holden tried to get Cove to like Sunset Bird more, kept encouraging his son to go out and see at the place. Sometimes Mr. Holden volunteered you to spend time with Cove. He seemed very confident that it was an effective strategy. Cove never talked to anyone about what happened with his parents and withdrew whenever it was brought up. It was hard for him, yet nobody knew how to help. Eventually, Cove stopped crying on his own. You couldn't understand what had changed. Still, you worried about him. You could tell he wasn't completely happy. Maybe one day, he could say out loud what he felt inside. After that, it felt like things had gone back to normal, except what was normal didn't stay the same. Years passed, and suddenly, you were in the middle school. You weren't a kid anymore. You were 13 years old. That officially made you a teen, even if your sisters didn't agree. The toys and crayons that used to litter every free space in your room had been packed away somewhere, replaced by new hobbies. There were other changes too. We had other changes. Cove's cast got taken off. It was weird to see him without it initially. Underneath the pink plaster ended up being a long, thin scar that snaked across his forearm. Cove's cheeks flushed with shy pride when someone drew attention to it. He also went through a major growth spurt. He was the tallest student in his class for 2 years in a row. Cove will probably hold that spot again next time. Okay, good to know. Cove's a tall boy. Class people knew him for more than just being tall. He also stood out because of how well he did in the gym and other athletic situations. Really? Cove? I'm surprised. Did not think he was that athletic, but okay. Good for him. Over the years, he became more quiet and reserved. You didn't usually see him talking to other people. The only kid that came to visit the neighborhood when you were little, Shiloh, well, he was gone. He's gone? There's no Shiloh? Okay. He and his mom moved back south because of her work, just 1 year after Cove came to Sunset Bird. It had been really upsetting when he left. Leslie was inconsolable for weeks, while nobody talked about Shiloh anymore. It was a long time ago. Aww. You learned some heartbreaking things became less sad the further away they were, even if they had never gotten any better. That was sad in its own way. Things at home were different too. You still lived in the same house and all that, but it wasn't how it was before. Ma dyed her hair purple, wanting something new, and liked it so much she kept dyeing it. Cool. Is she still a frickin' yandere? You remember calling her Mommy as a kid. Oh, Mommy dyed her hair, and we stopped calling her Mommy. Awesome. You remember calling her Mommy as a kid. Something like that seemed awkward nowadays. Yeah, you think? You're much too old for the word. Lizzie felt too mature for her nickname, too. She insisted on everyone calling her Elizabeth, so you did. Your mom soon gave... I hate that name, Elizabeth. I'd rather call her Lizzie. Your mom soon gave her permission to go places other than the playground and shopping street, which she took advantage of. You rarely saw her around the old neighborhood. In fact, she hardly spent time with you the way she did before. Elizabeth instead associated more and more with girls from school who were her own age. Maybe the difference between 13 and 15 was greater than the difference between 8 and 10. You started befriending new people yourself, like Derek Suarez. He didn't live in the neighborhood or go to the same school. What happened was, his and Cove's dad struck up a business partnership a few months ago. Since then, Derek would pop up in the area now and then. See, Mr. Suarez was happy to let Derek tag along on his work, if Derek had the time for it. Without a doubt, everyone and everything around you had changed. In small, big ways, you had too. As time went by, though... Hold on. That is beautiful. For a second, I thought those were clouds, but that's the ocean, and that is just a beautiful scene. I hope we get to see that without it being all blurry, because that's beautiful. I love that. As time went by, though, it was easy to settle into this new normal. Then, before you knew it, school was over, and summer vacation had come again. It was the first day of summer vacation. Sun was as hot as ever. but you were inside and away from its harsh rays. To become more specific, you were snuggled up in bed, celebrating your time off by sleeping in. Wide awake, let the head out, enjoy your time off. No, I'm staying in bed. We're staying in bed. It was hot, but you still had the blanket up over your head to block out the sun. You didn't want it intruding on your lazy morning. Agreed. Fortunately, you hadn't impaired for an intrusion from beneath the blanket. You heard the door creak open. Wow. Lizzie's changed. You're still sleeping? Wow, get up. Rude. Go away. Pretend to still be asleep. You started to fake snore loudly. Yeah, that's something I do. You didn't get out of bed and instead made some obnoxiously loud and totally phony sleeping sounds. It was pretty annoying, but she had bothered you first. Yeah, take that. Not funny. Get up now. I will come over there. So much for a lazy morning. I absolutely would do that. I'm a little gremlin like that. Also, it's my big sister. Of course I have to mess with her. Mom told me to tell you that your friend's at the door. You brought some happy summer gift from Mr. Holden. Mom wants you to take it from him. Say thanks or whatever.
Come on.
So come down already. Be right there. Okay, fine. Eh? That's great. I'm coming. Yay! Elizabeth said nothing else and left, having done what was instructed of her. Rolled out of bed, stretching your arms up high and yawning. Time to get ready. You sat yourself in front of the mirror, in far corner of your room. Your reflection hardly even fit in the frame. You're very tall. When over the whole length of the mirror, you're pretty tall. I guess I'm average? I guess I'm average. 5'10" is average. I'm pretty sure I'm average. Sure. Cove was really tall. Derek was kind of short. And you were pretty much the exact height that someone would expect for a 13-year-old. You liked your height. You weren't sure how to feel about it. Things kept changing with how you actually had and what the impression of that height was based on your age. It was confusing. Then you put the finishing touches on your outfit while ruminating on the situation. Careless as they had been, Elizabeth's word piqued your curiosity. Planned on going over to see what Cove was up to, so this worked in your favor. Your reflection grinned back at you. You were looking forward to seeing him. You left your room, taking an easy time down the stairs. Step 2. A second chance. Second chance at what? Spotted Mom first, lying on the couch. She held a magazine in her hands, which she was perusing through. I read pursuing at first. I'm like, what are you pursuing in that? Anyway. Morning, Mom. She looked up at your greeting, a smile instantly appearing on her face.
Thanks.
Oh, she looks different. Still the same yandere eyes, but with mom hair. Good morning, 22. Thank you for coming down. Ma's at the door with Cove. She can't stay over today, unfortunately. Why don't you go thank him before he leaves? You nodded and made your way to the front of the house, just as she said. Mom was there making conversation. She must have heard you, because she looked over her shoulder.
Oh.
Aw. Look, finally made it. Morning, sleepyhead. Oh, she dyed her hair purple. Neat. Ma reached forward, and you knew she was about to pat you on the head. She was taller than average, so you're a little in her eye despite being a typical size of your own age. I mean, sure. You stood by patiently and indulged your mom's wishes. She gave you 2 small taps in the crown of your head. Ma looks cute. Aw, she does, with the purple hair. Aw, you're the last one down today, you know that? Life isn't a race. I was going to stay longer, so you're welcome. Yeah. Thank you for gracing us all with your presence this fine day. You're welcome. See, that's the kind of respect I deserve. Everyone recognized that my presence is the gift to the world. With a small laugh, Ma stepped aside. Oh, just as you remembered, exactly how you came to know him to be. Still shy. Aw. He has a little fruit basket. Fruit, arrangement. He leaned uncomfortably to the side in your doorway as the longer strands of hair idly drifted with the breeze. His features were pinched in embarrassment, and he shifted from one foot to the other. He was holding what must be the much talked about gift. At first glance, you figured it must be a bouquet of flowers. Then you gave it a real look. No, instead it was carefully cut fruit. Aw, think he's cute? You guys think he's cute? He looks so shy and uncomfortable. Poor kid. It made a lot of sense that it was actually from Cove's dad. He had to suppress a laugh at this showing. He couldn't imagine many folks buying that sort of thing for their own personal enjoyment. I agree. I never liked those things. Like, the fruit is like halfway, too ripe when it arrives. Kind of arrangement was built for the presentation, likely to impress whoever was inevitably going to receive it. It seemed no matter how long it lived here, Mr. Holden would keep going out of his way to be neighborly, and Cove would always be roped into participating. Cove smiled at the sight of you. Saying of his goofy errand, he was clearly embarrassed to be uneased. Well, I'm glad the sight of us eases your mind. Hey, number 22. He smiled back. It was second nature to you. Cove had always been such a close friend, ever since the two of you were kids. Hey, it's nice to see you. Yeah, you too. The grin widened even more. Every time he came, your mood brightened. Awkward tall boy. He's just leaning over me. No, he's not hunched over in embarrassment. He's actually leaning over to look at me. He's like towering above me right now. It was already shaping out to be another long summer with plenty of time for the two of you to have fun together. His awkwardness over the task started to creep back in, so Cove nudged the gift closer to you. He was ready to be relieved of it. Yeah, I assume he's been holding just a bouquet of fruit for a while. And with that, the gift was accepted. Well, that's everything. Though he said that, it made no move to go. You could tell he was reluctant too. Thank you. Ew. No. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for the gift. Could you tell your dad we love the gift? Yeah. Mr. Holden's behavior really was different from any neighbor you'd ever had, though after 5 years, you were used to his antics, and you'd since made up your mind on what your opinion was. Yeah, he's still creepy. He was nice, he was sort of funny. He's pretty weird. Ew. 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 Why? No. Bad. Don't. No. I'll just say he's weird. Is that fair? That's fair. I'll say he's pretty weird. Couldn't imagine having to live with him all that time like Cove did. Your thoughts were quickly interrupted by a shout. There you are! You shared a confused look with Cove, as both of you stepped through the open door into the neighbor's street. It didn't take long to locate the source of the noise. You spotted Derek, just a few yards down the road. He ran up to you. You were happy at the sight of him. Yeah, he's my friend. I'm happy. Derek was certainly a welcome guest in your neighborhood. It was a pleasant surprise whenever he showed up. Hello, Derek. After stopping a couple steps away, Derek hunched over to catch his breath. Then he looked up with a wide grin.
Hey.
Hey, guy, and pal. Hey, guy, and also pal, Derek. I was just at your house, Cove, but no one was there. Should have figured you'd be at 22's place. Did you ever spend time in your own home, or are you always just there? Derek laughed at his own joke. He either didn't notice that it embarrassed Cove, or the embarrassment was what he actually laughed at. Yeah, could be either. The height difference. I know, right? What are you talking about? They're the same height. They're just standing on a hill. He's a little baby. He's a little guy. Just want to ruffle his hair. Derek turned to you. He was going to say more when his eyes widened as he gasped. What's that? He followed his gaze, unsure, and you realized what he meant. You were still holding Mr. Holden's gift. Oh, this? Kind of like a bouquet of flowers, but made out of fruit.
Nice.
Nice. Can I have some? Sure, we can share. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a gift for the family, but it's fine. It's for everyone. Derek grew more excited by your words, bouncing onto the balls of his feet. Awesome! Then he nodded his head, as if to clear it. Anyway, that's right. I came here because I needed to say something big. He paused, possibly for effect. The suspense is killing me. What is it? Some other kid here in Sunset Bird. Yay? Cove was as surprised as you were by the news. Such a reaction made sense. No one around your age had moved here since Cove did 5 years ago. They were with their family? Maybe they were cutting through. Nuh-uh. New kid was all by himself, just walking. Did you talk to him?
Nope.
Nope. I came to report the sighting right away. Good job. Good work. Don't learn anything about the kid. It's fine. Kid had green hair, glasses, was pretty small. He seemed really upset about something. I hope he didn't leave. Good job. You could have said something. You blinked slowly. You looked over to your longtime neighbor. That sounds a lot like you, Cove. When you first got here, anyway. Except without the cast. Oh yeah, I guess that was me back then. Derek snickered good-naturedly. I can see that really well, now that you say so. But what'd you say? Let's go find... Oh, but what'd you say? Let's go find Cove's lookalike. We should all meet him.
Sure.
I'll do it. Sure, I want to see who this person is. Derek grinned. Then he pointed down to the street, the way he came. Last I saw him, the mystery visitor was going this direction. Nothing else needed to be said. 3 of you were off, with Derek leading the way. Do I still have the gift? Am I still just holding fruit right now? Derek brought you to the beach. And as a trio, you made your way down the shore to the old playground. You walked the familiar path in comfortable silence. When you were almost there, you spotted a kid in question. His bright colors almost shone like a beacon beneath the rays of the sun. He scuffled around, kicking up the sand as he paced. It was true, he certainly seemed upset, but you didn't think he was sad, like you had originally pictured. Probably. Yeah, we're just holding fruit, walking around. No, with this erratic movements and scrunched up expression, he came off angry. Started to have doubts about his expedition. Maybe it'd be better if you left him alone and let him sort himself out. Shared a look with Cove. He was equally reluctant to start up a conversation. Derek didn't feel the same. He waved wildly, calling out to the boy, Derek, read the room, man. Hey guy, over there. Oh, this guy looks like Weevil. He looks like Weevil Underwood. Oh, he's gonna be a little stinker, isn't he? He looks like everyone picks on him. The kid whipped around an impressive scowl, carving deeper into his face. His eyes were tired, but a strong hostile energy still radiated from him.
What?
Melonhead. What? What is it? No, I can't unsee it. What? What is it? What do you want? Yugi! What the hell do you want? The sharp tone made Derek flinch. He shifted on his feet. What's your name? Weevil. What is Weevil? Weevil! Was that it?
No.
No, I'm Derek. That's 22, in Cove. We were just walking around and saw you. We wanted to say hi. There aren't a lot of kids our age in the neighborhood. Yeah, so, it's cool to see someone else here. Strangely, Weevil grew furious by your response. If steam could erupt from a person's ears, it would have happened then. They did bring me somewhere stupid. Of course, I knew it. What?
My parents.
My parents? They're the ones who brought me. I didn't want this town. Can you not figure that out on your own?
Right.
Right. My dad brings me to Sunset Bird too, when he has to come for work and all that stuff. It's not bad. That earned him a glare from Weevil. Derek winced beneath it, glancing away. was a struggle to remain friendly with this Weevil guy. Yeah, and he keeps asking us to play a children's card game for some reason. Dude's weird. I mean, I wouldn't want to come here for a real vacation, probably, either. That's just an understatement. This doesn't count as a vacation. It's a waste of time. A chore. God, he sounds like Weevil. Oh my god. I can't. Can't with this guy. My parents' family is nearby. And we just had to come to see them. Ugh. If they're your parents' family, doesn't that make them your family too? I guess. That's a pretty good reason to come by. Don't you want to go somewhere else? No! Jeremy crossed his arms with a huff. He turned away. They should have gone by themselves, since they cared so much and left me home. But I'm not allowed to be by myself. Poof. That makes no sense. They're just the ones who don't know how to do anything. And I'm like, the kid? Kept quiet. Shouldn't talk about your parents like that. Sorry, I must us being forced to do something you don't want. We just said hello. You don't have to keep complaining at us. You don't have to yell so much. Who peed in your cereal this morning? No, seriously, who the hell peed in your cereal this morning? I love this. Weevil's lip curled as his face contorted from anger to horror.
That's disgusting.
Why would you think of something like that? It's disgusting.
Sheesh.
Just an expression. Yeah, man. Relax. Chill out. He took a deep breath. You thought for one hopeful second that maybe he was calming himself down. He was not. Fuck this guy. So what? You're putting it in people's heads? I wouldn't have to think about that. And someone brainless might decide it's a good idea to actually do it. Someone like you, maybe? There's some real stupids out in the world. You know, we're all living proof of that. Hey, we're not stupid. I'm smarter than you are. Shut up. Stop it. Just stop. You first. Turn to Cove, lowering your voice. Two of you aren't similar after all. Jerry Weevil must have had a good hearing, though, because he caught a private exchange and scoffed.
Stupid.
Ah, of course we're not similar. My eyebrows aren't stupid. Jesus. This guy's really angry. Cove's cheeks flushed crimson at the insult. I like his eyebrows. I think they're neat. Couldn't be sure if it was out of embarrassment or anger. Maybe both. Come on. No, Cove's wavy eyebrows are cool. Yeah, they are cool. How can you say that when you've got a bowl cut? No, I'm not gonna bully this kid. He's an ass, but I'm not gonna bully him. Don't listen to him. They're really unique and special. Apologize to Cove right now. No. His eyebrows are cool. Cove smiled weakly. I know why you thought we'd had anything in common. You must be blind. Just rolled your eyes, crossed your arms over your chest, shook your head. You lunged toward Jeremy. No, I'm not. We're not picking on the kid. He's just having a bad day. You grinned at all of this? I don't know. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? I'm thinking of grinning or just like rolling my eyes. I don't know. I feel like a grin might just like break the tension. Because I don't want to bully this kid. Even though he's just having a really bad day. Poor guy. I'll grin at him. That sounds good. We'll just grin at Weevil. Maybe we'll even play a children's card game with him. It'll be fine. He wasn't the nicest kid you'd ever met, but he certainly wasn't the dullest. He rejected your amusement by grimacing harder than ever. Wow, what is wrong with you? Instead of taking offense, Jeremy only parroted Derek's words as a nasally voice.
Wow, what is wrong with you?
No card games right now. Not right now. Okay, we challenge you to a children's card game. If we win, you have to be our friend. That's how that works. Is this dumb? Weevil stuck out his tongue and skulked away. throwing more sand everywhere as he went. You watched him go, hunched over, till he became a speck in your vision. Silence resigned in his wake. The three of you tried to process what just happened. Can't believe it. What do you mean, kid? Derek wasn't kidding. By the sound of those early complaints, the new boy, Weevil, was going to be in the area for at least a little while this summer. Oh, wonderful. He's probably gonna challenge us to children's card games over and over again. And cackle. Yugi! Okay. Derek sighed in dismay, plopping to the ground. You followed, and Cove did too shortly after. There wasn't much else to do. This sucks. I was hoping we could meet someone fun, hang out maybe. He shook his head. After a moment, he slowly turned to you with a hopeful expression. But, you know what would really improve the day? What? He didn't respond. Said he used a hand to point right at the fruit arrangement that you were still holding. Why do we still have that? Why are we just holding fruit? I'm surprised that kid didn't point it out. Oh my god, why do we still have this? Why do we just have this? You completely forgotten about it during the mini drama that unfolded. You've gotten used to the weight. Glancing over, no, you don't just get used to holding a bouquet of fruit. What does it smell like? I knew he had it. I knew it. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe it. But yeah, we're just holding fruit for some reason. Glancing over to Cove, you notice he was eyeing the fruit. You must want some too. I need to save it. Why not? Let's eat. I mean, we brought it all the way here. Screw it. Derek perked up immediately at your words. He reached out for a skewer, hesitating slightly once he was inches away.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? You nodded. With an eager grin, he plucked out prime raw fruits. Cove grabbed one for himself after him. Only you were without a skewer of your own. Took a pineapple skewer. Strawberry, melon. I like grape. I like the grapes. There were 4 juicy grapes in a single skewer. It was obvious first choice. Derek ate a pineapple skewer enthusiastically, finishing within moments. This is amazing. Cove continued munching on his, making a small noise with his mouth full. Hey, you do remember The Land Before Time? The fruit thing makes me think of it. Oh, I remember that movie. I like that movie. Only the first one. The rest of them, who cares? The dinosaurs all kind of like the leaves that were shaped like stars. Tree stars. Yeah, the tree stars. The marijuana plants.
Yeah.
Yeah, chomping leaves looked so delicious when they did. And there was that scene with the pretty trees. I told you, this takes place back in the day. There's no way these kids would know what Land Before Time is. If it wasn't like early 2000s right now. And there was that scene with the pretty trees, and all the dinosaurs came in and picked everything off them till there was nothing. That's us right now. Awesome! It does. It absolutely does. I love that movie. Never seen it. I didn't like that one. Movies for kids. Eating leaves looks good. Should I worry about you? I don't know. Should we worry about them? Think things taste better when they're shaped like stars? Actually, you'd think maybe? I wonder. He snickered. Not everything, but it probably helps. I agree. Listen, don't underestimate how much shape and color affects your taste buds. 3 of you continued like this for the next few minutes. Eventually, the display was barren. It looked weird when devoid of fruit. Hey, we weren't supposed to eat all of it. Did help you make you feel better. Eating it all hadn't really made you feel any better.
Oops.
Oops. Whoops. Really? You couldn't stop yourself from sighing at the boys. You just wanted to eat some and have a nice time. Now you're probably going to get in trouble. Could only accept it though. Hey, number 22. Yeah? The 2 of you met eyes casually. Thanks for what you said back then. It's nice not everybody thinks like that guy. Oh, it's okay. He's just being a jerk. Yeah, I agree. He was just being a jerk. Also, your eyebrows are cool. I kind of like them. They're very, I don't know. Very unique. They're very fun. You have fun eyebrows. Derek chimed in strongly. Don't listen to it, Cove. He's the problem. People shouldn't say those kinds of things. People shouldn't challenge everyone to a children's card games on a train. That's very dangerous. Yeah. Derek then leaned back in his arms. He contemplated the sky with a content sigh. So, are you both ready for summer break? Yeah, absolutely. Hell yeah. Derek's eyes. Oh, yeah. Nice eyes. Cool. Everyone has nice, colorful eyes in here. I like it. Cool on you. Wish I could say the same. Feels like there's a lot to plan for. What about you, Cove? Are you ready? I think. That depends. Before he could say anything else, the light atmosphere was shattered. Hey, 22? Oh, great. What do you want, sis? You glanced over at your shoulder to see your sister. She strode closer and closer, appearing none too pleased. Can I help you? No. Oh, God, I'm worried. She looks like she's ready to beat me up. I've been looking all over for you. Mom said you and Cove ran off with the thing Mr. Holden brought for us. She leered over at you with arms folded. Oh, we're in trouble. Want to put his eyes in a jar? Okay. Lynn, you might like his eyes way too much. I think you should like his eyes a little less. So, where is it? Just give her an empty bouquet. Well, it's gone. What do you mean, gone? You moved over the side to face her completely. She zeroed in on the bouquet in your hands, which was now populated exclusively with skewers dripping in juice and tiny flecks of leftover fruit pieces. Her mouth dropped and opened, and the tone of her voice rose.
What?
Seriously, 22? What were you thinking? It's supposed to be for all of us at home. She glanced at Cove, who sat beside you, and continued mockingly. Even if you did have it in with the delivery boy, this was up to Mr. Holden. No! Keep my eyes out of a jar. I need those. I don't need to replace more eyes. They're very expensive. Cove gave you a bent smile of support, which didn't help disprove her accusation. Sorry, Elizabeth. Get over it. This morning's been kind of a disaster. You were hungry? That's true, we were hungry. I'm not gonna lie. We were hungry. I don't know what to tell you. Elizabeth narrowed her eyes. Not at all okay with that kind of response. I don't know. What do you want me to say? Oh no. I think I hear the mean kid coming back. Better get out of here. Elizabeth blinked, confused, and looked around.
What?
What kid? I don't see anyone. Derek didn't bother explaining. He just launched to his feet and ran off. Cove hopped up too, gladly taking the opportunity to exit the situation. He followed after Derek. He sent a look at you from over his shoulder. Turned to watch Elizabeth. She stared back, brow raised. You ran. You stayed. No, we're going. No more card games. Without a word, you two got to your feet and bolted down the beach. Unimpressed, Elizabeth rolled her eyes.
So immature.
They're so immature. She shook her head as she walked toward the house, not bothering whosoever to follow. Meanwhile, the three of you made it back to the shoreline. Derek pumped his fist, grinning in triumph. We escaped and shall live to see another day. Exactly, but we should keep moving. Yeah, for now at least. Victory! Yeah, they are. But now, victory! You threw arms up in celebration. I missed a thing. You chuckled together, walking further down the beach side by side. Definitely wanted to stay outside a little longer. You gotten a bit of scolding from your moms for not saving any of Mr. Holden's gifts for Elizabeth, but you didn't get any real punishment for it. It's just fruit. It's just fruit, guys. It's fine. Instead, while you were out with the boys, Elizabeth returned home to share the news. The three of them went to get dessert on their own. It was declared even by your parents when everyone got back and the event was settled. It's funny seeing Lizzie to call them immature when she was so much worse. I mean, yeah. But that's how kids are. That was a while ago now. Later that night, you found yourself seated near the kitchen counter. Ooh, a house phone. Don't see those every day. Fingers drummed into the... Do you guys have house phones? Does anyone have a house phone anymore? I'm curious. Your fingers drummed to the surface as you waited, your gaze trained on the phone. You were waiting on call tonight, specifically from your cousin Leandra. You don't want to miss it accidentally. No. Yeah, me neither. Like, what point is it? Everyone has a cell phone. Your uncle, aunt, and Lee used to live many hours away. Your families only saw each other a few times a year for big occasions. You haven't had one since you were a kid? Wow. Yeah, just, there's no point in having a house phone. Like, what are you doing with it? Literally everyone has a cell phone. Even the kids have cell phones. What's the point of a house phone? A while back, though, they moved and were closer to you than ever before. You now hung out regularly. With school being out, you're positive she's going to want to come over a lot. Two of you were the same age and got along well. She used to be really fond of Lizzie, Elizabeth too. But now that your sister had become allergic to interacting with her own family, it tended to be just you and Lee who spent time together. Aw. She was your only friend who was a girl. Being family helped make you close, but you had a lot of girlfriends. Huh. Sure, why not? You weren't a girl yourself, so maybe that was why. But you had plenty of other friends. But you didn't really have a lot of friends either. Yeah. I don't know, sure. They just all happened to not be girls. Then the shrill ringtone announced an incoming call. You jumped, while grabbing the receiver and pressing it to your ear. Okay. You guys, I need to take a quick break. Who is it? Who really picks up their phone like this? No one picks up their phone. Just hello. Just hello. Hello? Hi, 22. It's Lee. I'm glad it's you. For a second there, I thought it might be one of Elizabeth's friends. There was static on the end, as if Lee was shifting wherever she was. So, can you believe school's actually over? Thought it'd never be done. Now, we don't have to do any of that boring stuff. We get to hang out whenever we want. Speaking of hanging out, Lee, can you wait for a second? Let me just head to my room.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, yeah. You got up from your seat at the counter. Luckily, the phone was wireless, so you didn't have to worry about any cords tying you down. Your mom, luckily it was cordless. Is that not normally a thing? I'm telling you, this is like early 2000s. We're in the early 2000s right now. There's no way, like, he would be, like, happy to have a cordless phone. He wouldn't... If it was today, he wouldn't even know what a corded phone was. He wouldn't believe that phones ever had cords. I'm telling you that right now. So, we know early 2000s. That's the time period we're in. And they know Land Before Time. Yeah. Your mom's had a rule about not moving the phone unless a call was in progress, which was why you'd been sat by its cradle waiting for Lee to call. Moms could be really unfair. Thought that it made sense. Didn't like it. I had to be that way. Fine, we'll accept it. You weren't the only person here. If anyone could take the phone anywhere at any time, it'd be an even bigger hassle. Could easily imagine the receiver having a new forever home in Elizabeth's locked room. Now that Lee had called, it was okay for you to go upstairs to your bedroom and talk to her. You made your way up the stairs, smiling. After you had arrived, you shut the bedroom door firmly behind you, took a seat on your bed. Alright, I'm here. Cool. Hey, did you know the girl down the street from me has her own phone now? A cell phone. She didn't have to wait for someone else to stop using it or anything. Wow, really? Thought of someone having a phone that was all their own seemed unbelievable to you. Like I said, early 2000s. There's no possible way it could be anything else. Like, you're amazed that someone has a phone? No. Like, 10-year-olds have phones now. This is not modern day. Early 2000s, when, like, cell phones just became a thing. Right? I wish I had one too. But my parents said I couldn't get my own phone until I'm more grown up. No one is fighting with you on this. I'm not fighting. I'm just like convincing myself that I'm right. I wish they changed their mind. We could call each other every single day and no one would be able to stop us. How great would that be? Really great. Still wants to yell. Yes! It is content, guys. We're making content. I have to be loud to make content. That's how that works. You're right. Exactly. I just need to yell sometimes at random. That's how entertainment works. I forgot what we were even talking about. I don't know what happened. I could just go back. Just change our mind. We call each other every single day. No one will be able to stop. Oh, he wants to have a cell phone. Too bad that's so far away. Or wouldn't still be using a home phone? No, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. Sure, we'll go with that. Moms would be able to stop us if they wanted to. Lee laughed. He didn't put a damper on her imagination. Oh, then you have your own phone too. That works. She sighed dramatically. I bet I'm gonna get one until I'm all the way in college. Squeezing the phone between your shoulder and ear, you puffed up your pillows and made yourself more comfy. It was strange to think of a time when normal school would be over, and you have to choose whether or not to go to college. School was such a big part of your life right now. Studying didn't come easy to you, though. You tried hard. You worked about as hard as most people and got pretty average results as well. Never tried much, but you still didn't do that bad. Didn't bother at all in school, and your grades reflected that. Thinking your classes came easily to you. You worked hard and your excellent grades. Okay, at that age, I really didn't try. I was... where is it? Yeah, I never tried, but I didn't do bad. That's how I was in school. It was just like, I didn't need to try, and then the grades just came. They were pretty good. So let's go with that. College, completely different story. Well, high school, just like coasted. Coasting had become routine for you. Teachers had warned you that you wouldn't be able to do that forever, but you figured it was enough for now. Felt a lot of pressure to get higher grades than you did last year. You hope to do just as well this year, but it wouldn't be a big deal if they dropped some. Your confident grades would remain great. Yeah, I was pretty confident. You could definitely turn things around from here on. Yeah. Try to sound engaged, but your mind had decided to go back to school despite the season. Lee knew you too well to be fooled.
What's up?
You sound so spacey. What's up? Just thinking about school. Lee groaned. Are you thinking about how we don't have to think about it because it's summer? That's what I'm doing. Looking forward to going back. Let's make a petition for more vacation time. I agree. We need more vacation time. Yeah. Let's make a petition. Yeah, everybody in class would sign it. Maybe some of the teachers too. Though, I guess school isn't all the way bad. You can do some good things there. You can just do more when school's out. Learning new things can be cool. Gym is pretty great. Nah, it's fine. The only part I liked about gym was the dodgeball. Everything else was whatever. It's the easiest way to hang out with people not in the neighborhood. Yeah, cafeteria lunch, always terrible. Yeah. Like hanging out with people. There's not a lot of people in the town, so that makes sense. If I didn't go to school, I'd never meet anybody new. No one really comes here. Uh-huh. Learning new things. Learning new things can be cool. Depending on what it is. Just wish everyone did okay with how they taught the things. Not just some people.
Me too.
Me too. That was all. That's pretty much everything that's good about school. Okay, point taken.
All right.
Now, I decree the topic of school is officially closed. We have to talk about this summer first before we start plotting the rest of our lives. I've got some plans already. Ooh, tell me. I'm gonna visit my cousins. You chuckled, of course. Well, something you want to do. First thing that comes to your head. Gonna catch up on movies and TV? That sounds like me. Do we have any video games? Want to do anything at all? Yeah, catch up on movies and TV. Absolutely. I need to do that too. Yes. You lean back in your bed, settling in, as you continue chatting with your friend. Even though it hadn't been that long since you saw her, you've been seeing her soon. You found plenty to talk about. For one, the events of the day, you sat up straighter. I was with Cove and Derek today, and we met a new kid. He was awful. He kept challenging us to children cards games. Like at your neighborhood? Mm-hmm. His parents are visiting family, so it sounded like he'll be around for a little while. I don't know how long. What was he like? Mean. He was fucking mean. And creepy. He was mean and creepy. He kept snapping when all we were trying to do was talk to him. He just kept being rude to everyone. But especially Cove. It was awful. I don't think I want to meet him. No, you should totally meet him. I'm sure he'll be nice to you. You want a boy to stay away before even meeting him? That's an unexpected twist. Your cousin was pretty popular with the boys who knew her. She seemed happy enough to have them around until they start to annoy her. Who are you to talk? Cove and Derek are always around. They're both boys, you know. That's true. It's not the same. They're not always around. That's not the same. I'm going with not the same. They laughed at your rejection of the idea, deeply amused. Even though she couldn't see you, you shook your head at her, grinning to yourself. There was a stomping noise approaching your room, heralding the arrival of your irritated older sister. She flung the door open, frown etched on her face. How long are you going to hog the phone? God, this reminds me of my sister. Just like so annoying, barging into my room just to bug me. Glancing at your watch, you realized that your quick call had gone on much longer than anticipated. Elizabeth held out her hand, the other one logged on her hip. She noticed the realization on your face. Time's up. Gotta go, I'll call you soon. Sigh, said your goodbyes. I'm still using it. No, I'm definitely still using it. No. Leave me alone. Not anymore. You don't get everything in the world. Oh, really? And you do? Neither do you. I'm not the one asking for it. You had your turn. Now you want to get mine, too, because you were first. In your dreams, I will get Mom's. You glared at her. No. She glared right back before whipping around and shouting out your door. Mom! Number 22 won't give me the phone. It's way past my turn. She hollered back up the stairs. Let Elizabeth have her turn. Sharing is caring. You really get right to the phone if you use it responsibly. You heard her. Fine. God. I have to go now.
Bye.
Okay, see you soon. Tell Elizabeth and your moms I said hi too. You barely pressed the end call button when Elizabeth whisked the handset away from your fingers and began dialing someone new as you strode out of the room. Like me and my sister, who hated talking on the phone. Really? I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe it's back in the day thing. We used to be on the phone all the time. Mostly because we never got to talk to anyone otherwise. And there's only one phone in the entire house. Your mom's voice called out from downstairs. Hey, has anyone seen the phone? It was back in the day. Yeah. I'm using it. With that, she shut your door behind you. Silence was left in the wake. Well, here's a question. Do you text everyone now? Are you constantly texting now? Because I feel like same thing. You just don't have to be on the phone. You just text back and forth constantly. No? Okay. Alright then. You just don't like talking to people constantly. Also fair. Also very fair. I often like to keep my conversations brief. Brief? Brief. It's like, no, we'll talk in person. I was one way to end your first day of summer break. Sometime later, it had gotten dark outside, and you laid in bed wide awake. Your window rattled all of a sudden, startling you badly. You flinched, staring over at it with furrowed brows. From your vantage point, you saw only the moon and open sky. You were curious. How did I do that? Curious. I'm curious. What had caused that noise? Cocking your head, you sat up and moved closer to the window. You wanted to get to the bottom of this. To your utter shock, your gaze was met by a pair of familiar ocean blue eyes. Cove? Squinted. Yep, Cove was right outside your window. Your house was very angular, and some parts stuck out further than others, so it theoretically wouldn't be hard to climb around on. Still, just because somebody could didn't mean you expected it to ever happen. To his credit, Cove was doing fine. His feet were braced against a section of the wall that jutted out. His arms flexed with the effort to keep him upright. Stupid tall boy. He easily lifted a hand and waved at you from the other side of the glass. Why is Cove at our house? I don't know, man. He doesn't live that far. I'm sure he can just walk over whenever he feels like it. You hurriedly opened the window. Did he just sneak in through our window? Why is he sneaking in through our window in the middle of the night? Also, do we live in a city? What's going on outside? There's a lot of houses out there. He broke in. He just broke in. Cove climbed over the ledge, releasing a breath once he was safely inside.
Hey.
Didn't even knock. Hi, 22. What are you doing? No, seriously. What's up, Romeo? No, absolutely not. Sure, it's a surprise, but you're always welcome here. Is everything okay? What happened? You're lucky I didn't start screaming. Amazing. No, ew. My dreams have not come true. Seriously, what are you doing here? I really do gotta lock my windows. Visiting? Why? It's the middle of the night. I was trying to sleep. Wanted to see you. Figured this was the only way. Okay. I missed a thing. If I rang the doorbell, I know your moms would have answered and they'd just make me go home. I didn't really want to explain why I was coming over anyway. I don't want to talk about it. Well, besides with you, I mean. But that's why I did that. Seriously, my guy. Like, okay, but whatever. This is a dating sim. Yeah, but no. Yeah, but this is me. You made me play a dating sim. You should have known better. As unexpected as this was, think you forgot. I didn't forget, but again, this is me, guys. You made me play a dating sim. As unexpected as this was, you were touched. Cove felt like he could tell you what was wrong. Might have tried calling or something, except my dad was on the phone. Cove suddenly looked very cross. Dad, he was talking to my mom. Still is, probably. You raised your eyebrows. Cove had eavesdropped on his parents' phone conversation. You shouldn't have done that. Nah, it's fine. I would have done that too. Cove shrugged nonchalantly. Yeah, you should talk somewhere private if you want to stay private. Granted, it's your parents. Kinda your business. Are you going to stay with your mom for a while again? Every year, Cove was sent off to live with his mom for a few weeks. When it happened, varied. Sometimes he would go during winter break, but usually went during summer. Even though it was hard news when you found out he was leaving and you missed seeing him those weeks, you understand. To your surprise, however, he shook his head. That's what I thought too, but no, it's not what they were saying. My dad asked my mom not to have me leave this year. He said she could come stay with us here. Oh, okay. I waited for him to continue. He didn't. The conversation abruptly dropped off. That sounds like a bad idea. I don't know much of the situation, but it sounds like a bad idea. You couldn't help but stare at Cove. There was a complicated mix of expressions on his face. What did your mom say? She told him she'd come. I know she's coming soon, before school starts. Oh. You had heard Cove talk about his mom a lot over the years. He'd tell you about past memories, or what happened while he was visiting her. Still, it was one thing to hear about someone and another to actually meet them. Very soon, you're going to see Cove's mom in person. You were taken aback by the news, so you could only imagine how Cove felt. You looked over at him. He was pacing across your room, his features pained with dread. Before, they'd barely stay in the same room long enough to have a lunch. Now we're going to be all together again? 3 of us? After all this time? Just for a few weeks. Meeting the parent. Yeah, this, talked about parent. He used to miss her so much, and now he doesn't want her to come? I don't know. I know I should probably be happy that they can talk to each other now. Still not. I'm just confused and freaked out. And now I feel really bad for feeling this way. Number 22. It's so... His fist tightened and his eyes became misty. I shouldn't keep getting like this. It's been a long time already, and I'm not a little kid. Though he wouldn't meet your eyes, you knew he was waiting for you to say something. He knows how it's gonna be. Yeah, I assume. I assume nothing's changed. Yeah, this is hard to deal with. Sorry, Code. You know I'm here for you. I am here for you. That is something I would say. It's a lot. Yeah. Exactly. He just wanted to get away from his dad. Now his mom's coming over and he's just like, I don't know what to do with this. Yeah. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. Cove sniffled. You were afraid he might really start crying, but he didn't. Said he smiled. See? Now I feel kind of better. Feeling like this wasn't a bad idea. Momentary silence fell over the two of you. You marveled at how the day started. You had woken up eager for summer vacation, but now things seem so crazy. The mini debacle with Mr. Holden's gift, the newest addition to the neighborhood being so rude, and as if all that wasn't enough, now Cove's mom would be living with Cove and his dad again because he's scared to go into fight, and he doesn't like change. He really doesn't like change. He really doesn't. Now that he's used to living here, he doesn't want things to change. The drama. I can't wait. Your whole life was kind of like that, it seemed. Complicated and hard and different. Why couldn't things just be better with time? 22. The sound of your name, said quietly, pulled you from your thoughts. Cove gazed at you, concerned.
Are you okay?
Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Me? I'm more worried about you. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing wrong with me. Me? I'm more worried about you. You don't have to bet at yourself for me. I want to listen to you too. Cove grinned reassuringly. It was small and delicate, but you knew it was genuine. He had come here, conflicted and upset, only to end up worrying about you. He really was a great friend. You know, I think I don't want to talk anymore about this. He looked away, his lips setting into a line, rubbed at his arms. Nothing's wrong with me. I don't know what's happened. Like, my sister took the phone. That is the worst part of my day. But I kind of don't want to go back home either. Could I stay a little longer, just doing something else? He appeared equal parts hopeful and vulnerable. How could you possibly turn him away? Get the hell out. Of course, you can always stay here, Cove. Got a flashlight and some cards. You in? Stay tonight, but we shouldn't make a habit of this. You know what? I got a flashlight and some cards. Let's go. Let's play a game. He tilted your head, waiting patiently for his answer. Cove perked up at your response, a smile appearing on his face. He immediately took a seat in your bed, not afraid of getting comfortable in your room. Felt a little better at the sight, somehow. You still had a lot of worries, but you were glad he was here. Not just tonight. You were glad he came into your life in the first place. That was a change you never want to undo. Yeah, he's a nice kid. I like him. He's cool. We'll keep him around. It felt totally natural to let him into your little world. That initial friendship had deepened so much over these past years, and you were certain there was room to get even closer. You joined Cove on your bed, taking a seat across from him. He smiled at you again, but you could tell this time it was half-hearted. It was still easy to read. Don't look at me like that, sir. Please. Please, kid, don't. Stop looking at me. No, he didn't want to talk about his mom and dad. He must be thinking about what happened, what's about to happen. Smiled gently at him. Put a hand on his shoulder. Pat his back. You know, something with your foot? I'm gonna pat his back. How about it? You know what? No. No, wait. He doesn't like hugs. I remember that. He does not like hugs. I'm gonna pat his back. reached up and softly patted the back of his taller frame. It wasn't much, but you hoped the contact helped even a little. Cove blinked, startled, before his expression softened into something more natural. Conversation was stilted and broken, often by silence at first. Both of you were able to get into your usual corridor. As your secret hangout session stretched on, you thought that you truly wanted to keep having moments like this with him. You hoped the day would never come when life decided that the two of you would have to part ways. And you knew Cove felt the same. You opened your tired eyes, groaning as they adjusted to the bright light that was streaming through your window and warming your tan skin. With a loud yawn, you rolled away from the sunlight and blinked a couple of times, feeling the sleep from your eyes, before realizing with a start that it was actually morning. You couldn't remember even falling asleep. Is Cove still there? Shouldn't he, hurry up and get home? Cove had crept through your window during the night, and the two of you spent time together, trying not to wake your parents. You must have fallen asleep while you were hanging out, but couldn't put a finger on exactly when. You wondered how late Cove had stayed before heading home. Okay, good. He headed home. No one's getting caught. You rubbed your face and yawned again, contemplating whether you should get out of bed and get ready for the day, or stay snuggled in for a little while longer. Till your gaze landed on an instantly recognizable mop of pale green hair, and you bolted right up and gasped in surprise. Oh, he's still here. He never left. He was still there in the morning. Cove! You know what? I'm laughing. It's like, what are you doing here? He had fallen asleep while sitting on the ground and precariously laying his head on the side of your mattress. With your laugh, Cole's eyes snapped open, and his head slipped from its source of support. He didn't stop going down until he smacked right into the floor with a crack. Good job. Clamped a hand over your mouth and looked down at him with wide eyes curled up where he had landed, rather ungracefully. You said you didn't want to get caught. I really didn't, but that's hilarious. It's just funny. It's just like, why are you still here? Ow. You laughed even more. You okay? Can I do both? You laughed even more. You okay? You okay, buddy? You okay, buddy? You winced at his tumble, but no one else in the house had heard either of your outbursts. Yeah, I'm alright. Cove rubbed his forehead a little. You weren't sure that was entirely true. If either of your moms found out Cove had slept here last night, two of you would be in big trouble. Cove blinked at you with a couple of times, his eyes growing in panic as some thought that only he could hear settled in his mind. Oh my god, I fell asleep! You weren't exactly sure what to do as you watched Cove pace your room, looking around frantically. Cove's hand flew to his face, laying out a sigh of relief when he found his glasses right where they were supposed to be. Despite that, he hadn't calmed down completely. The atmosphere was still frazzled. It's going to be alright. I'm gonna be in so much trouble. Just go home. Settle down before moms hear you. Yeah, settle down before moms hear you. We're trying not to get in trouble right now. Cove nodded, his shoulders tensed as he fixed you with a firm stare, his turquoise eyes. I thought that said torque for a second. I'm just like, his torque eyes? The hell does that mean? Letting out a heavy sigh, he ran a hand through his hair in exasperation. He couldn't look at you again as he spoke. I'll see you later. You were confused by how all this had played out, but hoped that it was true. Right. Bye, Cove. And that you were suddenly wrapped up in this tense embrace, and panicked as he was. This seemed to be something he couldn't forget before leaving. Thanks again. You're welcome. You're a good friend, 22. Hi, Evie. Welcome in. Firmly whispered the words into the top of your shoulder. But you were let go before you had a chance to respond, or even fully react. I'm chillin'. We're having fun with this game. In a matter of seconds, he had climbed over your bed and opened the window. Cool breeze rolled off the ocean, fluttering through Cole's hair and filling your room with its salty scent. Cole fearlessly stepped out into the ledge. Good luck. You rallied him to keep going, suggested to sneak out the door instead. I said, good luck. Good luck, buddy. Don't break your arm again. Good luck. Be super careful. You weren't sure if he heard you or not, but he kept going along, one foot in front of the other, with increasing speed, until his form disappeared out of sight. stuck your head out the window as far as it could go to try to keeping watch. He walked the full length of the ledge before jumping down the top of the garage, then lowered himself onto the fence. From there, he finally dropped down to the ground. Okay, good thing he's all athletic. Because it wants you to be social? No. Me? Social? Nah, never. He threw out thumbs. Oh, you're talking about Lynn's tablet. Yes. The tablet does not want you to be social. Threw out a thumbs up and successful climb. He ran off towards his house without stopping, disappearing behind the side of another building. You had to admit that you were pretty impressed at how doable he made it look. With a little sigh, you reclosed your window, saying there was nothing more you could do. You hopped off your bed and got ready to head downstairs for the day. Just climbs out windows a lot. Yeah, he does this all the time, I'm sure. Alright, guys. With that little venture, I think this is a good place to end for today. We'll get ready with our for our day. With us getting ready for our day. So for now, I'm gonna have to say goodbye. And next time, I'm gonna have to remember to do the DLC. I'll have to remember to get the DLC. We'll go back and do the rest of the kids' moments. We'll have fun with it. Bye, guys. Bye-bye, guys. Y'all have a wonderful day. Seriously, just have the best day ever. Can you do that for me? Alright. I'll be seeing you guys later. Goodbye. Derek is my favorite. I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoyed Derek. He is a little character, isn't he?